And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Quiet Ganku. Today we're doing campaign 2, session 2. Oh my god, double twos. Can't believe it. So, um, this is gonna be, a fun one, I think. I hope. We've done some rolls, we've done some things beforehand. My rolls for luck are looking alright for me. Not so great for them, but that's okay. Last we left off, we started off the campaign with the party, a majority of them, arriving to the island which New Hope Port is located on. One of the party members already residing there, having lived there, but the majority making their way there, guarding a dignitary. They arrived, they um, started to be led to where they'll be staying. The dignitary getting them there with the help of Sapling, who was the party member who already resides there. And once they made it to the tavern, there was a attack from some undead creatures. One of them appearing like a captain. All of their weapons in various states of disrepair, as are their forms. Um, and they gave him a little bit of a fight. But at the end of the day, the undead were either forced to run away into the sea, or they were slain. But either way, driven back, they save the dignitary dropping an item at the end of this combat, which he gave a little bit of information on, but was decently close-lipped about certain things. But the party ended up getting the keys to their rooms at the Salty Seahorse, and the dignitary went off to where he was staying, which is a little bit further north on the island. Party then split up to go do a few things in smaller groups. It was Merrick and Seth went off and were kind of just going about town. Merrick looking for something or someone, and ended up finding possibly who he was seeking. An exchange of notes was done, but then at the end of this, the person left. The main message being left saying, "Stop looking for me," from this person. So they continued on. And then you had, it was in Chiron, Sapling, and Ulrich went off, and they were actually just helping out around town, doing their good deeds, much to the confusion of the people of this town. People doing things for free except for donations. That's a little weird. And a little bit of magic was used on the part of this group to aid, but they were able to convince the people, yes, we are with the church. We're doing this on part of the church. So we have a little bit of leeway there, because there is a little bit of leeway in that. The people ended up letting it go. And eventually they found a crate of just some very strange items. The crate itself being magical in nature, some of the items in it, possibly. They still have yet to really take a look at all of those, but they have them for later. Eventually, those groups met up, and as they were walking, after interrogating the man the crate was from, uh, up approaching, stumbling a little bit, maybe a couple hiccups here and there, is the final party member here. Consolida, could you describe your character?
Oh, brother. Yeah. Again, as a lovely DM described, the stumbling almost seemingly to get worse whenever she passes someone, and the hiccuping, her occasional burps, as you rest your eyes upon originally a cloaked figure, hiding in a hood, having a scarf over their nose. You can barely see their eyes. But with the wind and the rain, I imagine, still going on, you can see underneath the cloak is a bit more to this form. There seems to be along her skin over her stomach that's exposed. There's some odd markings that you'd have to get closer to more examine. Wearing two short swords on her back with armored shoulder plates, and just overall, the outfit seems like she's had to, I forget the word, improvise with most of the things she has. That's all I have.
Okay. And so you making your approach, and then the rest of you see this figure as described.
Oh, seeing that she's stumbling, I will go see if she's okay. Hello there, young lady. Are you all right?
She just tilts her head, barely registering anything that you just said.
Merrick just turns his head at this, kind of movement out the corner of his eye, and then sees this drunken, somewhat familiar figure. Just he's a rather stoic man, but just seeing this, kind of surprised, looks at her and calls out a name. Concelida?
Only upon hearing the name spoken does Sapling realize who this is. He didn't recognize her initially, but uh, did receive recently a letter under the same name. He's confused. Oh, Concelida, you're here. Do you need help? Do you want me to carry you?
Oh, I feel as if since there's commotion going on, Ulrich would turn his head as he studies the woman for a few minutes, narrowing his eyes. And it takes a moment before he like stands up and begins like walking towards her very quickly. Oh,
This woman again is very confused. There's people talking to her now. Why? She doesn't remember.
Well, we're just gonna quickly grab her arms and start shaking her.
And seeing that, Merrick's just gonna walk
Does,
close.
does everybody know this person? I don't. Okay.
Just ignoring everything else right now, seeing her get shaken by this odd priest man, Merrick is just going to also beeline over to her. And rather than Consolida, the gloved hand of the prosthetic metal arm, Ulrich, you can just feel this heavy, very tight hand on your shoulder. Just get your hands off of her now.
Don't touch me. And he will quickly jerk his hand off his shoulder before eventually regaining his composure and looking over to Consolida with like a look of annoyance but concern. And
You,
yeah,
you just shook the most inebriated person in the vicinity quite aggressively.
You know what
Well.
you must do.
you know what must be done. You know what must be done.
After being shaken quite aggressively, her hood falling down, scarf being jiggled off her face, she stands there and notices this very tan complexion go quite pale as she proceeds to throw up at your feet.
Oh god. Ulrich will probably start taking her over to a seat. Sapling, a hand, please.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh.
Merrick's following along.
I'm going to follow and say, hello there. Let's give her some rest.
She'll follow without much of a fight. I don't think she'd be able to give one anyway. Before sitting down, looking up at Chiron, noticing your attire. It's just who are you?
Oh, I'm here to help. We have a place nearby for resting. We can probably. I'm sure we can give you some a place to rest and recuperate.
Yes, there's the salty seahorse. I also live nearby if you would feel more comfortable staying with someone you know.
I was about to offer the same.
Hmm.
Just rubbing her face. Looks up.
Hmm.
Looks up at Ulrich. Merrick? You look odd.
Excuse me?
What? There's so much happening. Ugh.
I think it's best if you rest for now, if that is alright.
Okay, I can do that. I can rest. I was resting anyway after coming back from what's his name? The dwarf man in the points to the general area of where the manor is. You can really hold
Were
his
we?
drink.
Why don't we have her rest until so that she can tell us more?
That would be preferred before I ask any of my questions.
And so I'm going to kind of help her up, kind of put my hand on her shoulder and start leading her to the salty seahorse.
Okay.
I drunk. She doesn't. She just lets people lead her along.
Okay. Well, are the rest of you following along as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys travel a little ways to get back to the Salty Seahorse, and but you know the way. It's not a super massive town. You can practically see the thing from where you are if you go a little bit towards the water. And so, you start to make your way over, and I'm just curious, are any of you keeping your eyes like visibly open after the attack, or are you just kind of walking? Is there anybody watching?
I think
Yeah.
Seth would be keeping
I'd
watch.
say Merrick is
more,
as well.
I'm more concerned
Watching.
with the woman who. I'm not.
I would say that she's trying to keep her eye out, but for a different reason.
What is that reason?
I don't know, just might might have some titles that she doesn't necessarily want people to know about right now.
Of course. Go ahead and make me a perception check with disadvantage. And then for the rest of
I'm
you,
anyway.
we'll just I'll kind of describe what you see. But this is a specific thing.
Mhm.
S'mores.
Unnatural 20. That was a 17 and the natural 20 on my disadvantage.
Okay. So unnatural 20 total. Got it. Okay. So right now, don't really see anything that concerns you. Kind of stumbling
this back up.
about, and just like, oh yeah, oh that was a bump there. You know, it's not a super even street. But you don't really see anything in your state that causes you any panic more than anything. Mind may be foggy, but there's still the drunk panic where you're like, oh god.
Yeah. Just
Um,
pull her hood up.
all right. Well, for the rest of you, as you're walking, you kind of had this attack earlier today, just within the last hour or two. So you kind of just, as you're walking, keeping an eye out for anything else that might be alarming. And none of you really see anything as far as these undead creatures. What you do see is there's a group of the militia types, the sort of guard of the city, that are outside the Salty Seahorse, kind of just posted up as a watch of sorts. But they don't seem to be, they kind of glance in your guys' direction and then just look back to what they were doing. They don't really seem to clock any of you as a danger. They seem to be specifically concerned about what happened earlier today. But they like make eye contact with those of you they can, that, for example, don't have a hood up, and they don't seem to really clock anything there. So you are able to enter the establishment, and you all had received your keys, correct? Merrick, I know you did, because you specified you even went up to the room.
Yes.
But no one else said they went up to the room. So you all got your keys, and you guys are trying to find your room. Merrick, you would know that you are in room 4.
Room 4.
Well, in Chiron, you look at your key, it also says room 4. And Seth, you look at your key, and it also says room 4. And you all very quickly come to the realization, this cheapskate bastard that you came and defended bought you one room.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go fucking hunt him down and kill him.
There's no
Now.
need.
Yeah, so you all realize all of your keys say room 4.
Even with like
What should
trying
you
like
do?
room 3, maybe it doesn't work. It's not like
No,
just a misprint or something. Okay.
no. The
Wait, so
keys
everyone has
the keys all look the
four?
same. The tags all look the same. None of the other doors work, and there are a total of 5 rooms. And you can hear that 3 of them are occupied because you can just hear
Oh.
people moving around.
What?
Fucking cheapskate.
Seth looks entirely unbothered by this.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're
How many
sharing.
beds are in there?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, they're not.
Does one of you want to investigate the room? I know Merrick, you have, but does anyone else want
Merit,
to check it out?
yeah.
I'll do it. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you open the door, and inside there are 2, essentially like twin size beds. So enough for those of you of like a normal height, or shorter. There is a chair, and it's not like a wooden chair. It actually looks to be a decently comfortable, like kind of a lounge chair. There's a decent amount of floor space, and there's actually a small kitchen here. This is almost, it's actually one of the nicer taverns in town. It just doesn't have a lot of rooms. But there's the 2 beds, the chair, decent amount of floor space for potentially if you wanted to set up bed rolls, or if any of you just sleep on the floor. There's also the kitchen area, and there is like a folding cot in one of the closets. So some of you would have to make do, but there is some more comfortable lodging as well.
Seth is going to look at the others, walks over to a corner, sits down, draws a line with his finger around it. Go past it, I kill you.
Noted.
Oh. All right. Yeah.
You stop being giggled at quietly.
I suppose if nobody has any issues, then I will move to the lounge chair and take out a blanket from my pack and set it there. Set my things next to there.
All right. So what about the others?
Leave my room. Where I go?
Wait, is there a window?
Is there a window? There is. This is only a this is all on a first floor. This is a single-story establishment, but the window actually sits because half of the building is on the land, half of it is on a dock, like built onto a dock, and so the window actually faces the ocean. You can see there's the dock there, but it faces the ocean.
And I open the window.
Yeah, it's a simple, just like latch from the inside, and then it's on a hinge, and it just pushes out.
I'm gonna sit on the window. I need air.
It's very crisp sea air. You smell the brine of the ocean. However that makes you feel, great. But there's
Girl,
air.
there's no one beneath me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bit of dock right outside the window, but then there's the water.
Alright. Just gonna sit there, leg out. Just
Okay.
curled up.
What about Merrick? Where's Merrick gonna set up?
I'm not sure. Looking at this, just processing everything. You know, the little few precautions you put in place, make sure the windows are shut, locked, and kind of, you know, jamming a thing or here too to make sure that they're good, curtains closed. Made sure everything was kind of arranged in a way that he wanted to make sure, you know, I'm completely safe. Nothing's going to get me here. Everyone's here, so just groan, then flop face first onto a bed.
Okay. So there is based on what has been taken, there is still a bed available, and there is the floor space as well.
And the cot, the folding cot.
Correct, and the folding cot, which, yeah. So
If you want to sleep on like an ironing board, that's available.
that's essentially
Oh no!
that's basically a slightly softer ironing board. Yes.
We're keeping the towels we get from this.
Yeah, there are
So-
there are complimentary towels and like little soaps.
Aw.
We're taking them. We deserve
They
this.
leave a mint under your pillow when you
I feel like Ulrich will take the other bed, if that's
take the other
okay.
bed. Okay.
He just glares at Consolida before taking a seat and, like, relaxing.
Just rolls her head back before.
Right onto the dock.
Oh.
Just right onto the dock. And you see somebody like down the dock just look over in your direction, look down at it, sigh, and then go and grab a mop.
Oh,
Oh.
This is someone who works here.
oh, no.
I'm gonna drop a silver down, not in the puke,
Not
but
in
drop
the-
a silver down for him.
Fuck you.
Oh, nice. Nice. Just king, king, king on the dock. Okay. So, Sapling, are you going to stay here with the group, or are you going to go back to your home?
I don't think so. It's not really my place to be here. But he's gonna like go to the door like, oh wow, they kind of got you set up cheap here. Well, one last time, I guess I should offer. I don't mean to be pushy, but my bed is really big, so if any of you don't want to suffer here, you can come with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna be going, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Do you have plans?
Well, I think you know the answer to that question.
Well, you did have plans, but
But what? But what?
I just thought you'd be there, and you weren't. So I was maybe trying to fix the alcohol.
Oh no! Why would you do that? Even in your not right mind. Why would you do that?
Look, there are some combinations of plants that just really work well, and then some would be used for various other practices.
Yeah, and there's a lot that can kill you or make your throat burst into a rash. You want to throw up through your rash throat?
Well, I'm still
Choke and
alive
die?
here. Am I still alive? Yes, so you
Are
can't
you?
be angry. I am.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Oh,
Ah, that's fine. I'm used to that.
god damn, the disappointment card. Val, oh.
Fucking hit me in
Anyway,
my heart, goddamn.
why are you with and then she'll realize one of you is someone and go quiet. Appling, is your house still available?
Yes, I shouldn't say it is, but yes, it is.
Okay,
Consolidate. We have a lot to discuss in the morning, I hope you know.
It is the morning.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I've lost track of time.
I will say it's like probably around noon at this
Mhm.
point. Some time has
Noon,
passed.
awesome. Next day. Oh,
Okay, so I'm not a day drinker.
Well, you drank during the morning.
Yeah.
It just happens to be noon.
It's fine, it's fine. I have nothing to talk to you anyway.
No.
I take it there's something more between you all.
Oh,
I don't know
I'm,
him at all.
I have no.
I'm just as confused as you are.
I just was not expecting to see you around again.
You know her?
Just because I have a past of vanishing doesn't mean I'll do it to everyone I come across. Sapling here, upset to see me again.
You.
I'm not upset to see you.
I am, and I'll say it proudly.
Well,
Oh, well, that's a real promising reason to let her stay here.
I have my reasons to have annoyance with her, I suppose.
And what reasons are those?
She is my sister. I haven't seen her in 4 years. And she shows up.
Okay. Yeah, I think there are some questions too when you sober up. But until then,
Yeah, she's gonna hop up and walk over to you.
it's gonna kind of like crouch a bit. Do like you know how like you do the thing and the dance and the prince out in the hand and you grab the hand, you go on the thing. Just use your imagination.
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Me
you
too.
get it.
Oh yeah. Follow and then kind of look at Merrick. And then look away with a
can-
small sigh.
You can have a little horsey ride as a treat. I'm allowing it.
How do you even fit in this establishment?
Why do you think
It's
you
a
didn't
big
go in the room?
Yeah. She doesn't as much.
Wait, how
I
tall
will
is
never
Sapling
get this
again?
opportunity
7-Eleven.
again.
7-Eleven? No, you could fit. Most ceilings are 8 feet. You would just like basically hit your head on any like
Oh.
leaves or anything.
I will never get this opportunity again, but she will, against my own soul, decline your offer.
That's fine. Still gonna
Sapling,
probably.
how open was the offer to take lodging with you?
I mean, anyone who wants to come can. I don't live in a mansion, but I don't mind sharing.
It's better than here.
Is it not immediately on the beach?
It's not on the water. I think. It's not on the water.
Let me
I did not hear.
double-check.
It doesn't look good.
So, in the image, it looks inland a little bit, but honestly, it's your place. If you want it to be right on the water, it can be.
It's just probably a little bit of space.
A little bit of space. Okay. Yeah, like a block
Yeah,
or
a
so,
little
maybe.
space.
Okay.
Don't require a room. I just need a place I can lay on the floor.
Oh no, it's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, you can. Yeah, how many rooms do I have in my house? There is a place for you.
As I've said, I
Ooh.
don't need anything too special. I slept with bunkmates for the last 2 years.
Who are you?
Well,
Who are you?
I am concerned.
You? Drunk.
Yes.
And probably won't remember what I answer.
I can label you a fish instead.
I'll tell you when you're not drunk.
Fine.
Seth is going, just because he doesn't want to be where he is currently.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
a question then. Who is not going? Because it seems
Ulrich.
like a bigger Ulrich is staying. Okay. Anyone
I-
else not?
Well, I suppose I'll stay as to not waste the hospitality of our charge. So I suppose I'll stay as well.
Okay. All right. So. That's funny. Hospitality indeed. It's a very nice room. There's even room service, and you find that out
There
because, like,
is, yeah.
once the majority of you go, like, somebody comes and knocks at the door. So those of you still there at the Salty Seahorse, you get a knock at the door. Do you go answer?
Oh, hello. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I will go answer.
There is a dwarvish woman, big, long, braided beard, and she looks at you. Oh, hey there. So we've got some room service, some food, some drinks, if you want anything like that. Company, if you're interested. We have lots of things on offer. So if you're looking for anything, you just ring the little bell by your door, and she kind of points out, and there's just like a little bell by the door.
All right then.
Of course. Oh, by the way, we run about until 10 p.m. So after that, if you ring the bell, no one's coming.
All right.
Perfect. Oh, and we do clean the rooms every morning at about 9 a.m. So if you're still here, someone will just come by. If you're not here, you'll come back and it's clean.
Of course, yes.
Okay. And
Thank
she
you
stands there for like
for-
an uncomfortable length of time in silence. All right, I'll see you. And then walks away.
Yes. I will close the door, and since it seems that one of our party members has scored a line in the floor before he left, I'm going to use mending to fix that.
Okay.
And then I think I will go to a side room, maybe in the kitchen, so that there's no like windows, and I think I will start ritually casting Detect Magic to check out the items that we picked up, see if they are magic in nature.
Okay, so that'll take about 10 minutes. Let me ask you, while you're actually fixing that corner, the window was left open as well. Do you close and lock it?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. So, you do all that, you go cast Detect Magic, set the items around you. I will tell you. Let's see. All of the items but the photograph are magical in nature. All of them
All
but that one.
right.
No, music is not supposed to be playing currently. It is off right now. It didn't fit the vibe at the moment, so I turned it off. I gotta get more
All
music
right.
queued up.
I will. Are most of them just enchantment?
I'm gonna say yes, yes. Number 3, I told you there was something about that specifically, or I told one of you that I believe it was Merrick.
Hmm.
I don't know what that would fall under. I'm gonna say enchantment because believe that is what would make the most sense because it can be used for a
Yeah.
specific purpose. Yeah, sure. Um, yeah, I would say it's reasonable. All of those would fall under enchantment. Actually, there is one more that is not. So the photograph and the map, those are not magical in nature, but the rest are.
All right.
And I'd
Very good
say,
to know.
sorry, I'll give you one more bit of information as I'm looking through here. Number 7, the box is abjuration.
Abjuration.
Yes. That is the essence you're getting off of that or off of something inside of it, but that's blurry. It's hard to really tell.
All right. Well, I will pack those things back up, having known a little bit more about them.
Okay.
And that's what I'll do for pretty much for now.
For now. Okay. And Ulrich, you're in there as well, I believe. You said you're staying. What
Yeah.
else? What would you like to do while you're here?
I I don't know. I feel like he would try to calm down generally. Maybe pace around the room, mutter to himself, kind of curse under his breath. Like the usual methods, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So just kind of trying to calm down a bit, pacing a bit,
Yes.
and
Uh,
yeah.
are you all right? Ulrich, was it?
I frustrated, but I'll be fine as long as I breathe. It's seeing your face like that makes too many emotions come out.
Well, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here to listen.
It's greatly appreciated, and Chiron, truly. I really have to use the bathroom. I'll be right.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Okay. Well, then in that case, I want to pop over to the rest of you. You're all following Sapling back to their home. Um, it's about the same amount of time walk-wise as it took to get from where you started the session to the tavern. It's about same distance. So you start making your way down to Sapling's home. Uh, what do they see as they approach Sapling?
Uh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be a super in-depth description, just the basics. Is it a quaint home? Would you say it's fancy? What would you say?
um, I would first ask you a question.
Yeah, be my guest.
Is this I don't know if you intended either way. I looked at the map and my initial thought was is this a home, shop, or both?
So you hadn't, not that I'd seen anywhere, you hadn't specified. So I went under the impression it is both. Basically, the shop downstairs, home either attached upstairs or next to it. But if you want it to be a separate location, it can be. Just whatever you
I'm
prefer.
fine with that. I didn't say anything to you, I don't think. But I'm fine
I
with
might have missed
being
it, though.
set up like a Stardew Valley merchant. So
That's funny.
as you approached this humble-ish abode, well, the shop is probably the first thing that catches your eye. I mean, it's not like we're really gonna put the flowers deep inside there. There's probably a couple stalls. I imagine you walk in and there's more storage. Um, well, I'll go based off of the little house on the map because I like that. It's stalls out front, small room that is more shop, and then from there there's the bigger house latched onto that, and all of that is a normal house. It's a pretty building. It's not fancy, but it's not broken down. Um, it's just a humble abode of average abode size.
Perfect. And there is
Mm.
enough room for everybody here. It might not necessarily be considered a bedroom, but there is places that could be used for such. Um, it is about, because for Seth, this was a question you specifically had. It's about a block away from the water, so it would be a short walk. There is a small dock a little bit to the north, as well as um, basically a watchtower, a guard watchtower. You can also from here see the lighthouse, which signals for the various ships coming in and out of the city. Trying to think if there's anything else of note. No, I mean it's a short walk from the Salty Seahorse, maybe 10 minutes. So it's not far. But you were here. So, you all enter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Picking up flowers when I can.
Immediately
Of
spring
course.
booby trap. You're all dead. No, I'm kidding.
Haha, I caught you all. But here's a question actually. So, Sapling, the morning that you had left and everything had happened, would most of your plants have been inside, or would you have set some of them up outside at that point? Because this is Kinsellata's been through here, so let's see what state things are in.
Oh
Well,
no.
there was some outside, but it's not like the entire stock. There's a lot, being stored inside, like duplicates of stuff that's already outside. And I also casually take care of my own that are inside of my house in many, many vases. So it's a bit of a split.
Hey, Kinsellata, so in your drunken state, let's see what you did. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
An 18.
Okay. So, then in that case, you tell me what you did. You rolled high enough that you would have been conscious enough to have made some conscious decisions. What did you do?
I've at least taken half of every plant. If I saw doubles, then I would have left them alone. But almost every single unique single plant that you have has half of it missing. Like if you had aloe vera, there's some leaves missing. If you had flowers, there's petals and stalks missing. Um, but most of it's pretty pretty gone.
Just outside, or did you break into my house?
It's a good question. What did you do?
How secure are your windows again?
Not particularly. They're normal.
It was yeah inside
Inside,
ravaged
there's
as
a brick
well.
laying on the ground.
Not a brick. I didn't break anything. I just
Mm-hmm.
unlocked everything.
Mm.
I will say,
But-
with the roll you made, I'd say there's probably no vases or anything broken. You didn't drunkenly stumble into any. It's weird. You were drunk, but yet your instincts of burglary just kicked in, and you started like doing a good job, and then just nomming on lots of plants. So no broken vases, but there's definitely, as you said, a lot of plant missing.
Any regurgitated plant life on the floor?
There is not, no.
Mm.
That's on the street
That's good.
outside.
Well, I will, open the door, let you all into my home. He's gonna look in horror at the massacred flowers, but you know what? That's a sober Consolida discussion. um, did we introduce ourselves to each other? Did Merrick and Seth reveal themselves to me? I don't remember.
I don't know. You can all go around and introduce each other if you want to, though, because I don't recall.
I don't think it happened. So he probably would like let you in, be like, "Oh, I'm so rude. I didn't even ask for your names."
You may call me Merrick.
Seth.
Okay. Merrick and Seth. Merrick and Seth. Merrick and Seth. I will try my best. It's the simplest names ever. I will try my best to remember. I don't know if I introduced that. I think I did. I don't know. I'm not much of a. Yeah, my name is Sapling. You can call me Sapling. Or whatever you want, really. I'm just glad to be able to provide my hospitality to my new friends, if I may be so bold. You can stay in here wherever you would like. Um, please don't eat my plants, any more of them. That would be very nice. If you want to steal my bed, that's okay. It's very big, so you might actually all be able to fit on there. And I wouldn't mind. I can sleep anywhere.
Where's the kitchen?
I'm gonna lead you to the kitchen, like take your arm in mine, like escort you to the
I'm
kitchen.
so Elida's height reaches up to your top of your horse shoulder. If you took me in your arm, I'm not on the ground anymore.
Oh, well, reach my hand down to your shoulder. That's more feasible.
Okay, you follow.
I'll take you to my kitchen so you can wreak more havoc.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. I'm curious. What are you doing in the kitchen exactly? What's the plan in here?
I want cookies.
Scared.
You want
Cookies?
cookies?
I
You-
want cookies.
Do
You
you
know,
express this desire, or are you gonna start looking around and
And kind of both. She's like goes through like your dishes and then like toweled, or I was like, where are you freaking
like,
cookies?
do you want something?
Oh, how big is everything in your house considering you?
I think it's mostly normal size. I mean, the counters are probably a bit tall, but like the objects are not particularly big.
She's just gonna hop on like the counter, wobble a bit. I want a cookie. I'm hungry.
What?
Keep throwing up.
Be careful. Wait, are you throwing up? Is that
No,
what you
I
said?
keep throwing up. I'm hungry.
Oh. Okay. Okay,
It
hang
starts
on. Just get.
projectile vomiting.
No.
It's gonna like just
Make a
get
ranged
you down
attack.
from the counter so that you don't jump down and jumble your guts up. He's gonna sort of like place you down. Like, okay, hang on. I don't know these fucking cookies. I'm not anyone's grandmother. I'm just gonna even odd for some cookies.
Yeah, fuck it, do it. Even out for some cookies, yeah.
I don't have any cookies. Fuck. Um. I know where a bakery is around here.
Actually, yes. Actually, yes. It's about halfway across town, so it would take like 15 minutes to get there. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a walk. But it's called Barber's Baked Goods, owned by the sweetest old woman you've
Right.
ever met.
Oh.
Ugh. Okay. Just gonna hang on. Can you come with me real quick, Consalida? And I'm gonna bring
Okay.
you back to the other two, or like Merrick if they're not together. Just be like,
Fish.
can you watch this one for a second?
Why?
Well, I just need to go do one quick errand.
He's gonna glance at Merrick, look at Concelida. Can I just go with you instead?
Uh, you can come with.
I'm
I
sure that Merrick here can handle himself, and that one, I want nothing to do with that.
That's not really what I'm worried about, but you can. You can
I
come
will
with
keep her
me.
safe. The question of your material belongings, however.
Starts
Well,
choking on a leaf.
I'll try to be quick. Just he's gonna like walk over to Concelida, just like put two hands on her shoulders, just like look her in the eyes. I am going to go get you some cookies. I'll be right back. Don't start freaking out. I'm going to get them. Cookies, jingle jangle. So just wait here and be nice and stay with Merrick and don't need any more plants. And if you're very good and you don't break anything, maybe you can have a couple cookies. Okay.
23. I'm 23.
Yes, of course. You are you are a responsible, a mature young woman. And that's why you're gonna be good for cookies, right?
I have just clipped that. That is the funniest shit.
Okay, alright. I don't want any more plants. There's no more
Okay.
plants to eat.
Well, we'll be right back.
It's
And
so fucking funny.
let's go. We ride.
Okay. So I want to do you guys real quick because Barbara's Baked Goods is fun. So you guys, it's again Seth. You're going with, right? It's Seth and Seth. Okay, Seth and Sapling. Perfect. So you start making your way across town. It's actually right next to the guardhouse. A little bit past the market. And yeah, it's run by the sweetest old lady you ever met. But she's a bit strange. But she's really sweet. So you make your way over there, and the door is
Could I
open.
quickly
Oh,
interject?
yes. Yeah.
So sorry, but I had a
No.
plan for getting here, which is
Oh,
kind of why I
please.
was hesitant to take Seth with me.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't want to leave those people alone in my house. So it's like running, like full horse speed. Also, probably
How
the
fast is that?
expeditious retreat ones.
How fast is that? I
Just
must know.
absolutely booking it.
Yeah, what is sapling speed actually? Because I just thought of that.
40 feet.
I'm faster than the horse.
Oh my god.
As a player, I assumed you would be able to keep up, but
Yeah, sapling doesn't know that. Yeah, so sapling, you're just booking it, and then you just see
Yeah.
Sap keeping pace with you.
On your left.
That's perfect. Before you do get there, is there anything else either of you want to do?
good.
Okay.
By all means.
Oh no, I just wanted to offer. So you end up getting passing the market, which at this point the stalls are fully open. Commerce is flowing. There's people going this way and that. You see the guardhouse, and then you see right next to it is Barbara's Baked Goods. You get like a block away, and you can smell it. Just all of these spices and um, pies and various fruit smells. It just all assaulting your nostrils, and it doesn't get weaker as you get closer. Um, but you approach, the door is open, and you walk through, and behind the counter is this 6'3", kind of hunched old lady, grayish of skin, with various different tattoos across her body and face. Um, and she looks over to you, this half giant. Oh, there you are. What can I get for you today?
Oh, hello. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
Does she have any like normal I don't know what you would call it, like sizes, like, oh, you get like 3 cookies for this much, or like, you know, how like they do with like chicken nuggets and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, or like a baker's dozen. Yeah, yeah. So, she actually just 7. So if you get 7 of something, you can actually get like a little bit of a discount. Basically, you're only paying for the 6, so kind of like a baker's dozen sort of thing, but set for 7.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I don't think Consolida mentioned anything in particular.
Would you like to
So
hear about some of the specialties she's running currently?
I would love to.
Okay. So there's a few she's running right now. All of the ingredients sourced not locally, but because this is a trade hub, all of the ingredients are decently fresh, coming directly through town. She buys them up and then uses them. So there's a lavender lemon shortbread. They're these square little cookies that actually have an imprint of them, of her face, with like a really big smile, and it's kind of creepy, but like they're tasty. There is a chai spice snickerdoodle, which just looks like a snickerdoodle, but it's got more of like a chai twist to it. It's kind of nice. Um, they have a dark chocolate espresso bite, which they are just really small cookies, maybe the size of like a larger coin. But they have chunks of dark chocolate and a very like espresso-y kind of flavor, very coffee flavor. Cranberry orange pistachio drops. They're kind of circular in shape. You just pop them in your mouth, and they've got like little bits of almost like craisins in them, dried cranberries and orange peel, and then pistachio and all that baked into it. And then the last thing is salted caramel pecan thumbprints, which are just thumbprint cookies with a little bit of drizzle of salted caramel and pecans.
Oof. Ugh.
And then she's
Yummy,
got the
yummy.
normal shit like chocolate chip and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, and like when you get them, her little baker's half a dozen.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are they normally like you get one kind and then you get that many of that kind, or can you like mix and match them?
You can mix and match. So it's basically as long as you get the 7 you get that discount, but it doesn't matter if it's the same kind or a mix.
Okay, okay. I think I'll get. What'll I get? Well, I don't think I've heard of anyone ever turning down a chocolate chip, so I'll get two of those just to have them.
Okay.
I'll get two of those salted caramel, the thumbprint ones, because that sounds pretty good. Yeah,
Honestly, yeah.
get one of the chai ones. One of the dark chocolate espresso, and one of the cranberry orange pistachio ones.
Okay. Fuck. I was trying to write a thing and my pen died. God damn it. There we go. Or no. Okay, so 2 chocolate chip, 2 salted caramel. You said one of the dark chocolate.
Conversation. Error.
I think yeah, one of the one of the dark
Yeah.
chocolate.
I got that there. Okay, okay. So she's gonna go through it, and he's gonna say, "All right, for all that, I'd say 5 silver."
It's so cheap.
She gets her ingredients really cheap, so she can offer really good prices.
I gotta do my own change.
Mm-hmm.
10 silver is a gold, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give her. Um, I'll match her little baker's half dozen. I'll give her 7 silver and say, I'll keep the change.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. And she's gonna take it and pocket it. And then you hear like a boom from the back room. Oh, I'll be right back. And then she's gonna walk away, hands you the cookies. You have a nice day now. And then she's gonna go in the back room, shut the door.
Just call after her. She goes, yeah, you too.
Alright.
Let's.
So, you have your cookies. There you go. And I will send that list, Connor. I saw your thing here.
After she leaves, Seth is going to try to listen and see if he hears anything.
Make a perception check.
Hold on. One.
21. All right. With a 21, give me actually 2 seconds. I'm just going to make an I edit this recipes channel and I'll put all that shit in there because I make so many random in-world recipes that, like, I have to.
Have a s'mores.
Lovely. We love s'mores. So you said 21, right?
Yes.
Okay. With a 21, you hear what sounds like aggravated grunting, a couple thumps, light, not as loud as the first one, and a little bit of chuckling, and then some sizzling, and then that's it. Then it's quiet.
Just going to kind of look sapling. Look at the door. So you've known the lady for a while, right?
Oh, yes. I mean, not like extremely personally, but yeah, for a good while now.
Ow! You dick!
She bites you. Yeah, she's an asshole.
So that is normal?
Is that
Probably
normal?
doesn't. She's known around town as being a bit strange and things like that, but all in all, as far as like that, it's a little weird.
I mean, Mana's not normal. I mean, she's not the most normal. Don't tell her I said that. But I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. I mean, she's seemed pretty fine. Maybe a bit in a rush, but maybe it's just a malfunctioning who's a what's up. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Right. Well, if you want to head back, I think I might stick around a little. I'm kind of curious in some of the other options she might have.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you need any change or anything?
I'm good. We got paid, and honestly, it's way more than I've had before this.
Okay, well, you know your way back, right?
Yeah, probably. If I
Okay,
don't know my way
well,
back to where you are, I can head back to the tavern we're staying at.
okay. Well, if I don't hear you come in and it's starting to get dark, I'll probably freak out and come try to get you. But you have fun, okay?
Definitely. Definitely.
Definitely. Well, I'll take my leave. And remember what's waiting at home for me and start running back.
Rushing back. Okay. Seth, or what are you doing? I'm just curious. What's your plan?
Are there windows other than leading into like the main shop area?
I mean, the only windows really that you see are just the ones leading into the shop area, like the big front bay windows. There's no windows around back or anything.
Is there a door around back?
There is a door around back.
Guard tower is there, so I don't want to be too weird.
Correct. There's a guard tower, or the guard like base, the guard hub right there. So yeah.
How about you go to someone else and let me think?
Sounds good. Okay. Sapling. You're rushing back. You get back, and what of the two? Oh, I see. Cody's doing something. You good?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, okay. What have you and Merrick been doing while Sapling and Seth have been gone? Because Sapling is currently on the way back, so we're gonna see what Sapling comes back to.
I mean, I feel like she just stand there after being gripped by Sapling, watching him leave with the fish. Just kind of take it in and look at Merrick.
I hadn't expected you to be so well connected.
With the who? Oh, do you mean Sapling?
The sapling with that Ulrich fellow as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ulrich. Well, I didn't expect one of them to be here.
As he gazes down at her, just looking for any sign of deceit. And I didn't expect you to be here either.
I'm pretty
He'll
sure you
step
think that
forward
she
and
was
just hug
probably
her
lying.
quickly.
Aw. She was definitely lying about Ulrich, but she just kind of flinches and then looks up at you and looks kind of like, eh, eh. Are you sure you want to hook someone that keeps throwing up?
I'll just be there for a few moments before stepping back and letting go. What exactly will you do?
Mm. About what? There's a lot happening.
Forgive me, I'm just anxious with you again. To see you here. And in such a inebriated state now is likely not the best time for anything.
I didn't mean to get drunk. I was just trying to be nice because of the. Oh, what's his name? I don't know his name. I forgot his name.
If you'd like, the gentleman who you were day drinking with, that would
Yeah,
be the lord of the city, the Marquis de Lissau.
I will recite that drunkenly.
You will
Just
find
trying.
yourself in odd places.
Well, I eat plants and steal people's maths equations, so quite the odd person, if you will.
It is good to see you again.
I've only been gone for the morning. I did intend on coming back.
Last I recall, you slipped out a bit early. I had
I was
figured that was
sent
it.
out for the dignitary. He wanted me to go settle his sleeping chambers or something. Be nice to the Lord, I suppose.
I see.
Oh, are you jealous?
Why would I be jealous?
No, not a reason. Nothing at all. You just seem much more grumpier than you were.
Perhaps.
There's a cash register in here, right?
Oh no.
I mean, there
No.
would. How? Well, let's ask Sapling. How does Sapling keep the change? Is there a cash register? Is it like a spot you hide somewhere? How do you keep your change?
That is a great question, Val. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Well, I feel like, probably like either outside or right inside, probably right inside. There probably is a cash register that gets, profits are not all kept in there, ma'am. Gets transported, goes inside. I mean, there's probably change in there.
Do
Some
you empty it every night?
yes.
Then I would say there would be nothing in there because the start of the campaign had you in the morning just opening your shop. Before you made any sales is when you left. So if you were to check the cash register, there'd be nothing in it.
I'm just doing that while talking to Merrick and noticing it's empty. It's like, God damn it. Start looking around.
I was gonna say that once like she starts going for that like cash register, he would have tried to, prevent her from getting in more trouble than perhaps she already is. Just, taking her wrist and just now, Angel, stop. Don't want to make it worse.
Just look up at him. You can let go. I can be
Let's
trusted.
go. Makes a show of it.
It keeps going.
God damn it. Just follow her. But as long as she's not hurting herself.
There's nothing in here anyway. She'll just start looking for like boxes or little chests. Just wandering around. He said that the place was for us to, stay. So I assume I'm allowed to wander.
Well, wander, yes. Rummage through their valuables and what they've worked to have. That's a different story. But I know you.
If you want to rob me, I've decided where my money is. So just go ahead and do all your little looking, and I'll tell you if you fucking find it.
Sapling keeps every gold coin on their person, no matter what.
Where'd he Yeah, she's just curious. I suppose if she does find anything, she's not against, leaving it there. But if there's anything, she can borrow or use, she will.
Oh. Sapling, do me a favor. You said you decided where it is. Go ahead and send it to me. Hey, just
In my
in the
okay.
private chat, send me where it is, because I'm going to. And then, Consolida, I want you to make me an investigation check with disadvantage because you're still drunk.
I know, I've got the poisoned effect.
Could I
Well,
possibly?
you have the drunk effect, not the poisoned effect.
Could I possibly
yes.
help with this?
Bruh.
Then it would be a straight roll from Consolida.
Do you
Just
want
like
to help
if
me?
He's amused with her, just wanting to see what she's fully capable of. Like, have you tried there? Just like pointing out a few things like that. So like he'd help. He's very amused.
uh... oh,
Now,
God, no.
before you say what it is, what the total is, I will give you a choice. You can either use your roll, and I will tell you if you find it or not, or what you find, or you can tell me a specific place. You get one guess of where you think it might be in the house.
Oh no.
But you have to choose what you're doing. You have to either choose the roll or you choose.
I'm gonna choose the roll.
You're gonna choose the roll. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
I'm sorry, Sally. I'm sorry.
let's see if you actually find it. Because I have done a roll along with where it is, and I have a DC.
It's a 23.
A 23. Are you going throughout the entire house? Is there anywhere that is off limits for you that you do not check? Because that will heavily influence this.
This man said that I'm allowed to stay in this house. I'm going in every room. Every crevice.
Room. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to say with a 23. I'm going to say that is enough. What you find is a small chest underneath the bed. Here's what happens. You crawl down, you see the chest under the bed, you're pretty sure that's it right there. Do you go and try and grab it? It's a big bed, so you have to actually crawl under there to get it. Do you begin to go?
She's been in worse places, sure.
Okay. So you get down, you put your hand on it, clop, 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 sapling's home.
Oh, I'm hiding under the bed.
Hiding under the bed. Merrick, what are you doing? You see Consolida go under the bed. You hear clop, clop, clop. What are you doing?
Is there anything like what sort of state did like Consolida leave this like general area in? Like if there were drawers where they just like pulled open, left like just scurrying around trying to find something, or just like open close?
No, open close. The only thing that I would be in disrepair is the plants.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, hearing that, Merrick's just going to sit on the bed, lean back, relax, hands behind his head, just waiting for Sapling to enter.
Oh my god. Okay, Sapling. So you approach and you do not see either of them.
Just walk in, just look around, they're not there. I'm like, hello, I brought cookies.
Wait, how far away are you from the entrance?
Oh no.
Me,
Probably a
I'm
few
at the
rooms, I would
entrance.
think. Yeah, yeah.
If I'm gonna fucking scramble with cookies. I didn't do anything bad yet.
I can vouch for that.
You just hear. I assume that you have stairs. You just hear her essentially fall down the
Oh my
stairs.
god.
Oh.
You just tumble down the stairs.
She just sits at the bottom. Oh, hi.
Oh my, hi. Are you okay? Where's
Yeah.
Merrick?
In bed.
What?
He is soon. You can hear just the sound, heavy footsteps, stair marching down.
Was
Hi.
in bed.
Adjusting his
Nice
clothes and everything.
babysitting.
Oh yes. Technically, this happened when you returned, so this is on your watch.
You're friendly. Well, I brought back cookies. I got quite a few, so were you good while I was gone? You didn't get into anything?
uh, the well, I didn't get into anything technically.
Good enough. Okay. Well, just gonna like put this is your mom returning home with McDonald's. Gonna like put the bag down, like start
Literally.
grabbing stuff. Like, okay, we got this and this. We got the chai. We got the chocolate chip. Blah blah.
You take a
I feel
chocolate chip
this.
cookie and sit. Just sit on the floor where she fell. Just stay there eating it.
Do you want anything, Merrick?
I am fine. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to eat all these, so they'll be here. And I'll take one of those salted I'll take one of those
Mhm.
thumbprint cookies.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Where'd the other one go? Sapling.
Oh, Seth, he decided to stay at the shop for a second. I think he was just worried. He heard something. He wanted to make sure no one died. So he's probably still right there, but he said he would come back, and if he couldn't remember how to get here, he would go to the Salty Seahorse. So if starts getting late, I'll probably go over there and get him.
Okay. You sure you can trust him?
Well, if he's not somewhere loose in my house, it's not really my problem.
Is that after attempting to rob you? Okay.
Okay.
Do you
Oh,
have any bounty boards around here or something?
Do I have any bounty boards around here?
So the most likely ones you would find are either down by the docks, where people are first coming in, or down at the Salty Seahorse. There's a smaller bounty board there too. And the market, I guess, would be a third place.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to that stuff, but there's probably like some by the docks or the inn or anywhere that people really go around a lot.
Hmm. Am I allowed to go have a look at those?
Are you able to walk in a straight line?
Am I able to walk in a straight line?
Due to the
Make
dice
a
thing.
make a dexterity save.
A dexterity save, you say?
Yeah.
What's that? Whoa. 18.
18. So, despite your drunkenness, you're stumbling in a straight line. Because you essentially, we discussed this, you have like 3 levels of drunk. So, you're doing this. Actually, that would be a disadvantage. Roll one more time.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. So, still fairly good because you are a fairly dexterous person, able to stay upright. You know, you could probably tightrope walk if you wanted to right now. That's what your drunk brain is telling you. So you're doing great. But yeah, you're able to walk in a somewhat straight line, maybe hobbling a little bit.
Demonstrates to sapling.
Okay. He's gonna walk over to Merrick. He's gonna look at Consolida. Yeah, you can go ahead. Just make sure to come back. Don't get lost. Do you wanna follow her?
She's already
I
at the
was
door.
planning on it.
Freedom.
He's going to try to follow.
Okay. Well, then you begin to make your way through town. So which of the 3 places do you go first? Are you going docks? Are you going market? Or are you going inn? They're honestly all equidistant from where Saplings is, so it's just whichever one you want to go to first.
I'll go to the market first. I'll do the salty seahorse last.
Do you have a hood or cloak up?
Just as she walks out the door, barely listening to what they said, he says yes, so I'm free. I put the hood up, mask up.
Okay, good to know. So you begin to make your way through the street, you make your way to the market, and you lock eyes with all the eyes on the bounty board, and you see them all looking at you. Immediately, what you notice is some of the bounties, some of the higher bounties. For reference, the Giant's Tooth is a place, they're not really pirate islands, but they are a mostly lawless land outside of most governments. That is why the church doesn't have as much hold here. You see bounty board, like bounties for large high-ranking church members. You see bounties for admirals that sail the seas for the government. A lot of these bounties that are posted here are for people that would oppose the lawlessness that's in this area. You don't see what I think you're looking for.
Alright. Alright. So that's in the market. I'll go down to the docks then.
Okay. The docks has a lot of bounties for very small time would-be pirates. Basically, if people want to go hunt them down, these are people who betrayed the code, who have betrayed the people that live here, and have gone even more lawless than they already were. They went against the code that is here. I would say that's probably all you're really going to see here in the way of bounties.
Fair enough. I would then, am I unaware I'm being followed?
That's a good question.
Is it?
Merrick, make me a stealth check. If you're trying to be stealthy, are you trying to be stealthy?
No, he's not trying to be stealthy.
Okay, then you are aware that somebody is following you and you know who it is.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll go to the seahorse then.
Okay.
I don't want to stay there as long as I can, so I'm just gonna hop up to the bounty board, look, see if there's a specific thing, and then leave almost as quickly as I arrive.
Yeah, you look, don't say it, gone.
Okay, right. I'm free.
So I do want to ask, while you're there, Ulrich and Chiron, were you guys doing anything specific while you're there? Or are you just kind of chilling the rest of the day?
I'm probably just chilling. Maybe I got a meal from room service, but generally just relaxing.
Okay. The room service, by the way, is included. He might not have bought you another room, but he did buy you the all inclusive package for that one room. So he's not all bad. He's terrible. But you get your food. It's great. Seasoned well. And so then, Consolida, you make your way on. Ulrich, was there anything you wanted to do, or were you just hanging out as well?
I was trying to hang out with him, Chiron. Let me create some light chatter. I feel like it'd be nice to do so.
Definitely can. Do you guys want to RP that out, or do you just is that a thing that is just happening? Do you guys? You don't have to. It could just be a thing that is happening, and you say it is happening. But I want to at least offer, since you guys are mostly just sitting
It's your choice, Ghost.
I'm nervous, Rick. I can't do it.
That's okay.
All right.
That's okay. So we will say then that your characters, just chat a bit, have some food, and it's a good time. So, Consolida and in Merrick by extension, are you headed back to Saplings, you said? Or somewhere
Sure,
else?
I'll walk up to Merrick actually
Oh, okay.
and ask
Just
him
stop
about why
walking.
he was down near the warehouses.
I was following a lead. I'm looking to get something back.
Want to do that now?
I'd prefer to get you to somewhere you can rest first.
Oh. Oh, fine.
Unless you believe in your inebriated state, you could put your regular talents to use.
Perhaps I could. I'm not imbecile. I have skills that I can use. I just might be a bit shaky with my hands. You remember that book I took from you? That was quite easy.
I would like to see you try that again. Drunk.
Okay, then
But not
fine.
you.
I would like to steal off Merrick DM.
So you are going to be rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah,
Merrick, I'd
I
like you to
know.
roll a perception check with advantage because you are looking at this person. There is no real distraction here.
I swear, if I roll like a 1 or 2, I'm just destroying Merrick next chance I get.
Oh yeah, Merrick's
Okay,
been
perception
having some
check
bad
with
luck.
advantage.
Yeah.
Alright. Thankfully, that's a 13 plus 3 for a total of 16. I
Actually, and
feel like
for,
Consolid is gonna.
it's probably going to be good. It's sleight of hand. Don't forget, not stealth.
Yeah, I know. I've got 8s in everything, and with disadvantage, I got 15 plus 8 for 23.
Okay, so describe
like she
how
already,
you take this from Merrick.
like she already has it.
Yeah.
So-
sure. You're just like the book. Take this from me.
Yeah, because I would love to see you try, and because I have access to Mage Hand and it's invisible, he doesn't notice it leave his bag, and then I'm just like, you mean this one?
He's generally stoic and just reserved, but here, with that, you just see this genuine smile blossom across this man's face.
Aww.
Come with me, then. He
Okay. And
turns.
she'll hand you your book back.
You're going to find the Wharf Master.
The dwarf master?
Possibly.
The dwarf master. Why are you looking for someone who's called the dwarf master?
Wharf Master.
Yes, I just said dwarf master.
Hand on your shoulder after a long sigh.
You fucking killed me. Well, guys, that was a great session. Good to say. That's
No,
fucking terrible.
Kelly.
That's a terrible pun. Okay. All right. Well, Merrick and Consolida die a horrible, painful death.
We just explode.
Yeah, just explode on the spot. All the people are like, "Whoa!"
Cannonball everything.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you guys go off to find the Wharf Master, which would be at the docks. That is where Wharf Masters usually are. While you guys go to do that, I want to actually pop over to Seth. Have you figured out what you wanted to do?
I actually had a question.
Yes.
So when she went in the back, did it seem like she locked the door behind her?
You did not hear a click when you, but you started really listening after she was already in there.
And before he does anything else, does it sound like she's coming back?
You hear nothing.
Huh.
You hear a faint sizzling or popping, perhaps, like very light, like something simmering almost.
Okay. He is going to use stealth, because I actually get to do that now.
Yeah.
I'm not Kingsley anymore, and he's going to move around behind the counter and attempt to see if the door is locked before anything.
You turn the handle and it turns. It does not appear locked.
Okay. He's only going to open it a crack to see through.
Make a stealth check, and then because I actually need to have you do that.
Yep. Okay. Here's Miss. Ooh, that was actually higher than. Okay. It's an unnatural 20 for stealth.
And now make a perception check.
16.
16. So you start opening it, give it a little bit of a lift so maybe it doesn't creak as much, and it doesn't. You take a peek. You see the lady as you saw her. She is hunched over, staring, mouth slightly agape, down at a simmering pan of something. And she is completely unmoving. Eyes open, and as you watch, she does not blink.
Is there anything else he can see within this room?
Not without opening the door more. You're peeking through a crack, that is what you see. I mean, you can see on the far wall, there's like racks of various ingredients, but that's really the only thing you see otherwise.
Is he able to tell where the other door that was mentioned would have been?
You would know that it would be somewhere on your left, but you cannot see it from this angle.
And she is where in comparison?
On the right. Basically, the door opens like this, and so you peek in through a crack here. She is right over here on your right. You know that the door to the outside would be on the left, just out of your vision.
So it would be behind.
Somewhere behind her, yes.
Okay. We'll go ahead and close it.
Okay.
He's going to actually head outside, and to where that outside is. But before he does anything with it, look around to see who's there, who's watching.
Make a perception check. Natural 20.
That is my first natural 20 with Seth.
Very good. You're going to notice a couple things then.
So it's a 26 total, by the way.
26 total. Perfect. Couple things you're going to notice. The people walking around don't seem to be paying you any mind. There are very few people walking, and there are no guards on this side of the building, so nobody would really see you in that regard. You look over to the door, and there is a door. But there's no seams around it on the wall. It is a three-dimensional door off of the wall that you can see, but it looks like it is carved out of the material the wall is made out of. There is no seams like the door could open.
It's gonna. Okay. No, I know. I know what he's gonna do.
Okay.
He's gonna leave.
Uh-huh.
Go to the. It was Salty Seahorse, right?
Yes, that is the place you were staying.
He's gonna go up to the room. He's gonna be polite and knock as he walks in so he doesn't scare the shit out of the two in there.
Very kind of you. And so for Ulrich and Chiron, Seth enters.
Ah, hello. We were just getting some food. It's included in the room if you'd like us to get some more for you.
Yeah.
Oh. But I did have a. There went Aristotle a little bit with the fuck.
Notice, that was weird. The Southern
Whoa.
Southern there for a second.
You were just
Did
seven?
have a question.
And what's your question?
You're the churchy type, right?
Yes, I believe so. I can't speak for Ulrich here, but I am.
I am a priest, so yes.
So I have some suspicions about something that I've noticed, and I think there's something a little odd about it. And by
Hmm.
odd, I mean bad.
How so? Ugh.
Hard to explain, it just doesn't seem right.
Well,
And maybe you two could help me out a little bit. Just a little investigation.
I'm no in, but I can see what I can do.
I'll offer my services.
So this is an agreement to help me figure this out.
I suppose. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Enjoy your meals, and I'll just wait for you two to finish up then.
Oh, no need to wait. I'm gonna get up, kind of set my plate aside. It's kind of like half finished up. I'm ready when you are.
Ulrich is just turning away for a second and flipping up his spaghetti. He's like, and then he's like, I'm ready. He just
Alright.
gets up.
And he'll lead the way back to the bakery.
Okay. Perfect. So, y'all begin to make your way to the bakery. And again, to clarify, so nobody is in that room at this point. It is the three of you are going to the bakery. Correct. Okay. So you make your way there, and it is as you saw it. But for the two of you who have not been there, big open bay windows in the front, smells of various baked goods wafting from a block away, and There is something I didn't mention before. There is a glass display in the front there, so you can see various different things that have been made. But there's currently no one up front. It is just the three of you entering.
You're making me hungry. I hope you know.
He's actually not taking them into the building.
Okay, then describe where you are taking them.
He walks around the side and towards the back of the building and takes you to the door.
Okay. There is a door in the back of the building. Seth, do you point out anything?
Yeah, he points out the weird shit he realized about it.
Okay. So then the two of you looking at it realize this door is not a door. It is a wall in the shape of a door. But there is no door here.
Is this
So,
construction?
well, I was going to use this to get in because, okay, myself and I believe it was Sapling, the horse, came here to get cookies for the drunk one. And I heard some odd noises when the lady went in the back, and they did not sound like good noises. Something knocked rather hard on the door, and she excused herself and went into the back. There were some other knocks and things. And then when I took a peek behind the counter, she was just standing over a pan, unblinking, unmoving, very unnerving. And I feel like something's wrong.
So you want us to see if we can get a way in? I'm guessing that's the point here. To see what's happening, of course.
Yes.
Well, as I said, this isn't in my purview, so I won't use my magic to help, but I can see what I can do on my own. I'm going to step up to the door-shaped wall and try to figure out if there's anything magical in nature about it.
Okay, the door-shaped wall. You approach it. Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Ooh, 19.
Okay. So you start kind of looking around it, seeing if there's any essences of Arcana around it. Not really. You're not seeing anything arcane in nature about this section of wall.
Well,
Not just with an Arcana check.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything off about this wall.
Let me give you something here, because that's a pretty good roll. The door, quote unquote door, and the wall, not necessarily, but then you kind of start feeling along, looking around. The reason it appears like that is because the whole building is. There is essences of Arcana on the entire building. And it kind of makes the door and everything blend in. But it's not the door inherently that is. But the whole building. Something.
Wait, it seems that there's something about this building that's somewhat arcane in nature.
Well, if it's arcane in nature, this is actually. I feel like it's dumb to try to like rip the papering of the thing. See if I can dig into the door.
Yeah.
Like, you see that there's like no seams or anything, or just it just has the appearance of a door, right? From what I remember.
Correct. It's as if somebody carved the appearance of a door into the wall itself. There is no actual seam or anything, so it is not an actual door. It is just the
Right.
appearance of a door on the wall.
Hmm. Okay, actually, this is hard. Wait. What?
Hmm. I'm going to uh, knock on the not a door.
Okay.
Knock on the
You
not a
knock on
door.
it, knock on the not a door, and it resonates as if you're just knocking on wall. There is no, it's a solid knock. It's not like knocking on a door. But as you do so, you all hear from behind you, "Hello, dearies. What can I
What?
do for you?" And you look and you see the 6 foot hunched something, half giant woman, old half giant woman.
Yes, I was just wondering if, well, my companion stopped by earlier, and I just thought, since I thought I'd buy some sweets.
Oh, really? But then come in. You're just in the right place. I have plenty available. I have some specials you might like.
Why does she? This make well, her
Well,
voice is making.
I will, of course, follow into the uh,
The
bakery.
store. Yay.
What about the other two of you? Are you following in as well?
I kind of want to stay with Seth because I feel like I could try to sneak in, maybe.
Well, the problem is the door is not a door, so it's kind of not a place we can sneak in. So far, the only place we've found that we can is through the bakery itself.
Could we cause a distraction?
Distraction.
Distraction.
Really
Enough
quickly,
to at
I want
least
to
allow
pop
me to sneak
over.
by. Yeah.
Oh yes, that would work. I do want to pop over to Sapling really quickly.
Definitely.
So what is Sapling doing?
Um, that's a good question. I mean, he's probably just tidying up his house and replacing flowers.
Nice. Did you eat any of the cookies? Just curious. You had, oh, you did have one
Oh,
of the salted caramel, didn't you?
I did.
You did. And Kinsella, you'd taken some of the chocolate chip. You'd taken both of them? Did you give one
Oh,
to Merrick,
please.
or did you keep them both to yourself? Were you greedy?
These are my cookies. Go away.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
please.
They're your cookies. Um, okay, good to know. Good to know. Just keeping that for my information. But yes, you were
Who
tidying
ate
the
cookies?
house, and so as far as I know, everybody who's currently eating the cookies is the people who would have encountered them, except for Merrick. I don't believe Merrick ate the cookies. Did Merrick eat a cookie? Did Merrick eat a cookie? Merrick, did you eat a cookie? You had the opportunity.
Merrick
I
Merrick politely
offered you a
declined.
cookie.
That's right. You politely declined. Very
I
cool.
technically also have encountered them. Did not eat any, though.
Correct. That's fair. That's true. Yet. But but so back to the group of three there. So
This might be
Chiron, you
important soon.
yes.
So, can I mark off having had a short rest, or
Actually, yes, both you and Chiron would have had because you were kind of just sitting
okay,
around resting. You could definitely have
I have a feature that recharges on a
had a short
short
rest.
rest.
Hell yeah. So yeah, and Chiron and fuck names, I'm still learning them. Ulrich, both of you would have gotten a short rest.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So with that being said, okay. Seth and Ulrich, where are the two? Are you two going in as well in the building?
I feel like Ulrich will not.
Okay.
I think Seth is, but because he needs to get close to the door to even get in the first place.
Wait, Seth, can I pull you to the side real quick?
E.
Can you look at this? If I, for example, were to cause a performance as a distraction, what would you think?
Go for it.
Wonderful.
I just have to get in unnoticed. Hi.
Oh, I love munching. Just sat there. That's not munching, that's s'mores.
Yeah, that is not
The
punky.
s'mores.
She looks so happy though. Her face. She big
You
smile.
scared me. I was confused.
People's animals are named after food, and it's confusing me.
Listen, we didn't really name her. It's just the name she came with,
I
and we
have a
kept
creature
it.
as well.
Oh,
I have a
Okay.
mushroom somewhere nearby.
I wanna be involved.
Everyone gets a pet.
I've got a book.
A buck? Oh, your dog! I was gonna say. Oh,
Heck yeah.
my dog's staring outside.
She looks so
Crash.
happy right now. Oh my god.
Aw.
She's falling asleep.
Yeah.
She's gonna bite me.
Oh
I have a
no!
feeling. It's a
That'd be
crash.
horrible.
Preach.
Everyone just has their cats and dogs and pets.
Oh, stop falling. Anyway, back to how we're all gonna die a horrible death.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, okay. So those of you who are going in, we'll start real quick in Chiron and the lady. So she gets behind the counter and kind of kneels down over it. So what catches your eye? We have, and she lists off all of the things that I've listed off before that are in the
those all
recipes channel.
Oh, those all sound very good. I think I'm going to take 2 sets of 7.
Oh,
One, I would like 4 of the chai snickerdoodles and 3 of the lavender lemon. They both sound just delightful.
oh, very good, very good.
Then for the second, I think I'll take 2 of the espresso, 2 of the salted caramel pecan, and I'll go just 3 normal sugar cookie. 3 normal
Very,
cookies.
very good. Will do. Let me get those for you. And she goes and she grabs them all and boxes them up, stacks the boxes very neat and nice, ties a nice bow around them so they'll stay together, and passes them across. Here you go. That's going to be a 1 gold piece.
Oh, of course. Thank you very much.
Of course. And while that's happening, Ulrich, you were talking about doing a performance for a distraction.
Because enough to get the lady out of the shop and enough time to have Seth sneak in was hopefully the plan. But
What
I
kind of performance is this?
lazy.
What are you doing?
I was considering maybe a little bardic performance for the crowd.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
considering
A little bit of music.
a little bit of music.
Okay. What is your instrument of choice?
Can I quickly take a look? Did I never grab an instrument? Oh
If
no.
you didn't, I believe you get 3 total. I think is what you're allowed to take. So
Oh,
go ahead and pick those out at some point. But at least for right now, what are you using?
A lute. I think a lute.
A lute. Okay.
Yeah.
Lute's a classic. And so go ahead and make me a performance check.
Lord have mercy on my soul, I want to die.
Is it a religious tune that you're playing?
Oh.
Oh, I didn't think of
Good
that
question.
actually. I was just thinking like a fun little tune.
Okay,
Oh,
that works.
I mean, it's only a 12, surprisingly. So I thought,
Okay, 12 is still better than the average person. And so some people start to gather around, and as you're getting your things in Chiron from the lady, she kind of peeks out the window. Oh, that's so nice. So many people gathering about. Oh, one moment. And she starts like packing up a box and basket of various cookies and goes outside and starts handing it to various people. Oh, and you take one and and people are like, "Oh, music and this. Oh, okay." People are liking it. You do get not in Chiron, sorry. Ulrich, I'll say go ahead and add 5 silver to the amount of money you have as people just tips. That's across like getting it some silver, some um copper. You also are gonna get they don't really, some people don't always just have money to give, so you do also receive 10 feet of hempen rope.
oh,
And there's
okay.
uh,
I
let's
don't
see, there's
mind. Rope is
also,
rope.
yeah, I mean, people, like some people you know, give money, some people give items. There's also some food that's put at your feet,
Wait,
just some various like bits of bread and things.
I gotta do my my rat friend proud. They're gonna
Yeah.
play that one specific.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up. Oh, that's my song. Yeah. No. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Considering.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Gonna play
And
that song, but on the loop. Alright. Cool. Yeah.
there it is. There it is. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. And it's just short enough to avoid copyright. There we go. I did that on purpose. So you some cookies are handed out, things like that. People are gathering around. She gets outside. Seth, it's go time. You wanted to sneak in. I need a stealth check.
The camera just falling pans.
Yeah.
He's boogieing.
I should have played Careless Whisper. Shit.
No, that's the wrong. There it is. Okay, so that's gonna be a 7 total.
Okay. So with the 7,
17.
17. Sorry, I misheard. 17 is much better. Sorry, I was distracted by the smell of bread. It smells so good. By the way, I made the
So
honey
fucking
one. It was
good.
really fluffy that we had.
Oh my god.
It's really good.
Oh, Jeremy, get me hungry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
If you could smell it, you'd be more hungry.
I would be drooling.
This whole
in my
session
mouth.
is
I'm-
literally about
no.
eating things.
Listen, I have literally been like half drooling this whole fucking time because that shit smells so good.
I would love some good old honey bread. That sounds delicious.
It's
yeah.
basically the dough that they use to make the rolls at Golden Corral that are like really soft and buttery and everything.
I've never
But I
been to
made it into a loaf of
Corral.
bread.
Goddamn. Oh
Yeah.
my god, that just makes me. Oh.
I know. But Valen Connor died, lol. Yeah, I guess.
What?
I'm always dead. But you, yeah, so you start making your way in the back. There's no one in your way, so you go back, you open the door, it's unlocked, and do you close the door behind you? Okay. When you step through that door with the door open, you see a pan on the stove that has sounds of simmering liquid. You take a look, there is an empty pan. You start to look around and you do not see a back door. It is a solid wall. But that's to be expected. You close the door, and it gets really dark. Do you have dark vision? Okay. You see dark spots appear along the walls. In streaks and patches. The floor is covered in it. The ceiling is covered in it. Instead of the stove being there, there is a large cauldron that is bubbling and simmering. There is, on the shelves where there was things of flour, there's still things of flour, but next to them there is also various jars with things in them, and other shelves around the room as well. It is, by all intents and purposes, this is what you would describe as like a witch's hut in a bakery. But that was
Fucking love-
only visible when you closed the door.
He's just going to sneak back out
The door
and
won't
go,
open.
oh, fun. Shit.
You try to open the door. Nothing. In fact, you look at the door, and it's sealed like the other one was from the outside. There is no seam.
Oh.
Mm.
Mm.
Shit.
We'll get to you in a minute, Seth. So, Ulrich, things are going good outside. People are really liking the music. It's honestly, things are going good. Ulrich, you are offered by the lady. She offers you, I'll say one of the, oh, what's a good one here? One of the salted caramel pecan thumbprints, and she's like, here, oh, I'd love for you to take this for that wonderful performance, please, thank you.
Of
And
course.
as far as you know, nothing is wrong with these. You know no information about this. Do you accept?
I'll accept it, but I'm not gonna eat it. I'm still performing. I'll eat it after.
Okay, that's
Maybe.
fair. That is fair.
Yeah. I'll put it in my pocket. My robe pocket. Be like, you.
Okay. And so you take it, put it in your pocket. It's a little sticky, but you kind of like finagle it so that it's not going to get on your robes, and continue performing.
Mhm.
Perfect.
We're eating.
What about in Chiron? Do you partake in any of the ones you've gotten?
No, I was actually planning on saving them until we got back, getting some tea from room service, having a little.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second
That's a
box
good
I
plan.
got, I actually got for the group.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
I thought you said
Okay.
bones in there.
And so, those of you that partook, which is none of you that are there, let's do one thing first. Consolida and Merrick, you guys were going off to the Wharf Master. Let's do that first. I think that would line up nice and allow you guys to still do this. So, you guys
The Dwarf
make your
Master.
way toward the Wharf Master. You get to the dock. There are various ships there. At this time of day, there are no real ships coming in, but most of the ones that were there already just kind of anchor down and are just doing their offloading and onboarding of various cargoes. But you find a building labeled Wharf Master, and you make your way up. Make your way inside.
I'll follow him.
Yeah. Okay. Behind the desk is a very frazzled looking man. His hair is all over the place. He looks like he's been having very little sleep, and he is a human looking man, but his eyes burn a very bright white. And he looks up at you. Yeah, what can I do for you? Can I help you today? I mean, I got a lot going on, so you really gotta go. Come on, what do you need?
Yes, you're the wharf master. I require information about the ship that was recently here. A week ago, I believe. The Lightfoot.
Okay, thank you for the name. If you didn't give me the name, I was going to have to ask for the name, and that would have been a whole thing. So, all right, with the name Lightfoot. Lightfoot was a ship, came in, about a week ago. Supposed to be here in a couple weeks. And he's not even looking at paper. He's just going right off memory. Shit, I actually need to look at papers. And he pulls out a paper. Flip. So, well, that's odd.
What is it?
He's going to set the book down, and you see that a page has been torn out. So I had the page here, the page for the Lightfoot. The page is specifically made for the Lightfoot. But then, it seems like it's missing. I didn't do that.
Who else has access to this?
It's mainly just me. Meaning someone stuck in my room, probably while I was sleeping. I don't sleep often, but when I did sleep, somebody must have come in. You want some coffee?
No. No. No.
I do not drink coffee. I drink tea.
Tea, not enough caffeine.
But oh,
Regardless, is there no sort of way you could retrieve information? Anyone who I should speak to? Could you give me a name at least? Who might have captured the vessel?
Well, if you give me about a day, I can probably get a copy. We have a copy, but you're not able to access the copy. Only I'm able to access the copy, but I can get you a copy in a day.
So, you can get me a copy, but I can't access this copy.
No, you can't access the copy, at least not until I get the copy. You see, I have to go through a chain of command, but before I can go do the chain of command, I gotta wait about a day for them to get it to me. I have to talk to people, talk to my guys. My guys, they're great. Believe me. So I gotta get my guys, and then they'll get me the copy.
Consilla just crouches down by the desk holding your head.
Are you okay? You look like you need some coffee. I also have these cookies. You want some cookies?
He stands up, keep the goddamn coffee. All of it.
Here you go.
She just takes it and tosses it over her shoulder.
That was my coffee. That was a coffee made specifically for me. My coffee.
Barrack, are we done? We could get it in a day.
One day, and I will be back for that information.
Okay, I should have it by tomorrow.
Thank you.
Can I have a name?
Merrick.
Consolida.
Merrick. Got it. Consolida, got it. Okay, Consolida, Merrick, Consolida. Okay, cool.
Can we leave? He's giving me a headache. More than one I already have.
Yes. Come now. Enjoy.
Bye, have a nice day.
You too. My head.
I won't. Goodbye.
Welcome back, Gally, or Troy.
Kelly Troy's long lost brother.
I mean,
Yeah. Do we go back to
Alright,
Sapling?
so yes, we can go back to their establishment.
They're home.
How are you feeling? They're home.
Fine, until a man give me a headache.
Thank you for your
Man,
comment.
that headache just keeps getting worse, doesn't it?
Mm.
It just
Oh,
keeps
no.
getting worse, and then
Oh, no.
it gets crippling, and then you drop.
Oh, fuck.
And all of you who ate the cookies, who partook, drop.
He's going to catch her to
Uh,
make sure she doesn't hit a head or anything.
Good idea. Sadly, there's not a ton of people doing that for the people watching Ulrich's performance, who all at once fall.
Oh no!
I guess you could really tell they dropped it at my singing.
Sapling dies
Poor
too.
one. Poor one.
I'm dead alone in my
And-
house.
Oh no!
You just collapse. So,
Ow.
allow me a moment here to write something
They
down.
fell down to the floor. They dropped dead to the music.
So who ate the
Yeah.
cookies again? The only one.
That's
You and
actually what I'm
Sapling.
writing down.
You
You're-
okay? Me, Sapling, and the entire crowd outside the bakery. That's not ominous.
So sapling and Consolida, that's 4d6. Drop the low
I actually do need both of you to roll a single d6 though.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Roll a d6.
Sapling, we died together. It was nice knowing you.
Damn it.
I'm
Betrayed.
actually gonna say, Consolida, you give me your number first.
3.
Okay, and then sapling.
5.
5. So that would be wisdom. Got it. All right. So, oh, and Seth, actually, you as well. Even though you did not eat, you did not drop, you are still in that room, which will be under somewhat of this effect. A d6. Yes. Oh, lucky you. I don't know if this will change anything for you, but that's because of who your character is and how you play them. God damn it, pen, fucking work. Okay, well, I'll just do this. Pen is dying. No, it's fine. Find a different one. Okay. So we'll get to you in a second. Merrick, is done. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and take our break real quick. I'm gonna get my bread out the maker, and then we'll be back soon.
Oh,
Bye
Don't tell us to roll the
Everyone drop. I'll go get
We're back. Hey guys.
Yeah.
It's me, the devil.
Devil.
So-called
From the
freethinkers.
Devil.
Everyone explode.
Before we went to break, some of the party just fucking collapsed. Who knows what their fate is? But for those that are not, they are left confused, concerned, try to figure out what's going on. Because in Chiron, you would have seen that, even if you were still in the building, you would have seen people collapse. All except for Ulrich. Ulrich is still standing there, and Seth is in the room still. So what are the two of you out there doing?
In the back room, Seth? Well, I don't know.
Seth is in the back rooms. Yes.
I don't know that. No, I don't know where Seth
Oh,
is. He got a 17
true,
on his
you
stealth.
don't know
I only
where
have
Seth
14
is.
passive perception.
That's a good point. You have no fucking idea where Seth is. He is gone.
Oh god.
Well,
I don't think I'll even be able to see that because mine's a 9.
Yeah, you wouldn't know either then.
Yeah.
well, I'm going to take out my, I don't technically, I'm just like my handkerchief and kind of hold it over my face and go try to see what's wrong with the people who are on the ground.
Fair enough.
There might
and
be
actually,
something in the air.
There could be something in the air. I do want to amend something. Ulrich, you would actually know where Seth would have gone because that was
Yes.
the entire point of your distraction.
Yeah, that I would say yeah, but like sight wise, but like I know mentally.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You did not see, but you knew the plan, so you would
you
at
knew
least
the
know.
plan. So
where
you would
Seth
put 2
probably
and 2
would have gone.
together.
Yeah.
I was about to go Detective Gadget up in this bitch.
But for in Chiron, so you want to go investigate the people. You could either make a medicine or investigation check.
I will definitely make medicine. Because I'm pretty good at medicine checks. Knock on wood. My knock on wood did not work. That's 9.
9. Okay, I'll tell you. With a 9, very basic medical stuff. You check for a pulse. On the people you check, there does appear to be a pulse. So they are at least alive. But their eyes are open and they are staring straight forward. Their mouths are slightly agape and they are just laying there. Their bodies almost wood stiff.
Ooh.
Is there anywhere like a clinic nearby? I asked the old woman.
Oh, this is concerning. There is a clinic down the road that way. And she points down a little bit past the guardhouse, which, by the way, all of the people on the outside of the guardhouse, the guards, are also all collapsed. The ones that you see, anyway. And she points to a building right next door. It's maybe the buildings are spread out, so it's maybe 2-3 minutes down the road.
Do you have any idea what could have caused something like this?
Oh dear, I'm just a baker. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Granny Baker be bullshitting up in this bitch.
I have no reason to suspect her.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I don't think I do. Yeah, she's supposedly
Up to you.
half giant. She's pretty sturdy, so it makes sense that if something was taking people out, it wouldn't work on her. So I'm just gonna start taking people to the clinic.
Okay. Start lifting or dragging. What are you doing, Ulrich?
I would like to insight the lady, actually.
Ooh, please do. Roll an insight check.
Yee. Insight, where
What
is
die
it?
do I want to use?
Oh, okay.
Use
That's
this
only a
one.
13.
Use this one. I don't know what shows up. It's got a
That's pretty.
rosebud.
Ooh. This is pretty. I only rolled a 13 for that insight check.
Honestly, she seems kind of hard to read. Her facial features, much like her half-giant ancestry would show, very rock solid. Not literally, but
Rock solid,
the
you
idea.
say?
Well, yeah.
Alright,
she's
goddammit.
kind of hard to read. Kind of hard to read.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. It
I
was a good
mean,
try.
I don't
It was a good
think.
try.
Yeah, I don't have to anything to suspect her for or with.
Mhm.
I'm
So you begin
scared.
to take people. Do you, so you would see in Chiron starting to bring people to the clinic. Do you attempt to aid in this? Or do you want to do something else?
Yeah. Like, I want to help in Chiron. I was just checking my spells to see if I had anything else. I don't think healing word does shit, so I was like, I'll help in Chiron. I'll help him carry some people to the clinic.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you two begin ferrying people back and forth, and the old woman helps as well. She's large, and so despite her age, she is a large and strong by nature person, and so she does begin to kind of drag some people along. She talks, I know the physician in there. He's a very nice young man. He should be able to help these people. Um, And so you begin to bring people in, and there are some physicians who are there, and they seem fine. They immediately start helping you bring people back, sending some people to help carry as well. There are probably about 24 unconscious people.
Ugh. Oh
So
god.
you begin to bring people back. Merrick, you had grabbed Cancelida as they fell, and you do see some other people fall as well. It's not everybody around you, but you see some people looking confused, not collapsing, some people collapsing. What do you do?
Immediately, because the right hand is the one that's the metallic. Left hand, he's going to have to use his thumb to try to check for a pulse on her neck.
There is a pulse. Very clearly, there is a pulse.
All
Consider
right,
he's
so
not
from
dead.
that, we're going to just both arms, just pick her up, carry her close, look around. Let me roll to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Even he's going. He's going to. Is there? He doesn't know everything about this place, but he assumes there might be some sort of like non non religious healer or some sort of like clinic something. Trying to get with the rest of the party, but no.
I mean, you could. I would probably have you roll like a quick history check just to see if you saw one on the way in town. Just unless you want to ask somebody, which you could, which then you wouldn't need to roll.
I mean, like, if depends who's around. Just look up if there's anyone that's still conscious.
Yeah. There are a few people that dropped around you, but there are a good number that are still up and just trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm just cradling Consolida in his arms, close. Look up at this person. Hey, you! Clinic! Where is it?
Damn.
Uh, the voice of authority just immediately looks at you. That way, and points toward basically toward the clock tower, which you can see very clearly. It's a little bit north of there.
Immediately, just like once he gets a general direction, he's gonna go. Look, just constantly looking around, making sure that there's no other possible threat right here. Just making sure that she's safe.
Okay. And so, I'll say, doesn't seem to be anything otherwise, but you start making your way, and you do eventually meet up with in Chiron Ulrich and the old woman who you haven't met up until this point, but she seems to be helping bring bodies to the clinic as well. I will make a note, and Sapling, you are unconscious, so you would not be conscious of this, but the rest of the party who is at the clinic, you see a very small figure, halfling, dragging a large figure which you identify as Sapling. And this is Quick. This is quick. Sapling, you would know him, but no one else here knows, and he's struggling. He's really struggling, but like he's not even using his back. He's using his legs, which are just fucking like tree trunk legs, because he does so much
Oh.
running around town. Listen, he does a lot of cardio day by day, so like his legs are fucking huge, and he
The
just is like
idea.
pushing and dragging.
Retrieve the flag.
Being
Yeah.
dragged by this
Yeah. Listen, he never skips leg day. But you all recognize, even if you don't recognize this figure, you do recognize the unconscious, again, eyes wide, mouth slightly agape, body of Sapling being dragged. And now you are all together, except for those of you that aren't.
Perhaps the ones that are unconscious or locked in a room.
Yeah. Which we'll get to you, Seth, here in a second. But for those of you outside, do you drag Sapling and the rest to the clinic as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's hot as
Much to
hell
the
in my room.
frustration. Oh, what was that?
No, it's just hot in my room.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Much to the dismay, the clinic is getting full very fast, and this is the only clinic in town. So it's one of those things where they are attending to people the best they can, but they've got to start setting up cots outside. Some people start bringing out spare things from their houses, bedrolls and things like that, to set up around the clinic and set up tents until there's basically a makeshift triage on the outside as well as the clinic on the inside. I'll say that all of the unconscious party members are in one spot together. And you guys are there. So let's think about this for a moment. We have in Chiron, we have Ulrich, we have Merrick that are not unconscious and are there. We have Seth, who is MIA, and we have Kinselida, Sapling, and that's it. Kinselida, Sapling that are unconscious. And then again, Seth, who is missing. Seth, you are locked in this room. What would you like to be doing? The door does not open. It doesn't even shake. You grab the handle and it is fused into the wall. What are you doing? You are locked in a box, in a room.
Yeah, well, that says enough. Slowly starts backing away from the door into a corner, curls up, basically has a panic attack.
Oh, you sweet baby.
I should have gone in there instead of you.
Seth, you start to hear the sounds of grinding metal, the sounds of pumps, the sounds of machinery. What was that roll that you did? It was a sanity check, right? And what was the total?
You know, I never actually gave him a sanity score.
Okay.
But I think with a natural 1, I don't think that matters much.
No. You start to hear all the sounds that are all too familiar, but you haven't heard them in a while. You start to hear a voice in the back of your mind, and you try to fight it off, and it's pushing through. You are to be studied. There's so much that can be learned. So let's go back to the rest of the group. What are you all doing?
I will do a
Yeah.
quick head count of people. Does anybody know where Seth is?
Ulrich is like, I do. To be honest.
Where? We should
They-
probably
they-
gather.
They went into the back room of the bakery. I was distracting.
Miss. Our
Oh, yes.
our friend, seems to have found his way into the back room of your store. Would you be okay with us going to retrieve him? I wouldn't want him to be unconscious in an unfamiliar place.
he, he what? You say?
He was what we assume that he went into the back room of your bakery. Can we please get him?
And why would he do something like that?
He seemed to be interested in it.
I want to
Really?
already focus on
Yes.
We should go fetch him, shouldn't we?
If you would rather stay here and look after the people, I can go with my friend here.
Oh, that's all right. The clinicians have it taken care of.
there.
Let's go. And she walks kind of next to the both of you.
Let it be known this all started because the drunk idiot wanted a cookie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So you.
Merrick, are you gonna
both
stay
begin to-
behind?
Oh, say
I
again.
mean, Merrick's going with these three. Yeah,
Now
right,
that she's like
these three.
being
Or
kind of
these two. Yeah, these three.
thinking back on certain things, I will be making an insight check against this lady.
Yes.
Okay. Go
Could
ahead.
I get advantage on it because of my palette elf stuff. Hooray.
Hell yeah.
Look at my good
Well.
spell.
Let me see what this insight check is first. And then...
23.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Inside that shit. Get that bitch.
I will.
Get her.
I will say this is going to be off the current moment because you're making the roll now.
Yes.
There's something really off about this lady. I don't know how else to put it. She seems nice enough, and she was helping you guys. But there's just, when you mention the back room and that Seth is back there, she seems incredibly bothered by that fact. And not just to the degree of, oh, someone's in the back room of my shop, what the fuck, why are you doing that? It's like this thing of, she's trying to hide her disdain. There's something off here.
I really want to do
Merrick,
protection from good and evil right now.
Just wanted to know if anyone's, looking at Consolidator. And if that
No.
might be a problem.
No one's there because you're with the
No,
clinic.
I know y'all not, but I'm left with complete strangers.
No, I'm going to say in this current moment,
that's...
nobody is really paying attention to that. They are... I will say, honestly, you guys were some of the last to get really brought there. They're not even to you yet.
It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm dead.
there is a big
wanna...
backlog.
Is it possible to amend something?
Yeah, be my guest.
So, Ulrich and Chiron, they think they just have to go get Seth from like a back room close by, right?
Yeah,
that's
correct.
something
Maybe
that was
like
shared.
2 minutes down the road.
Would
Yeah.
Would it be possible for Merrick to stay there with Consolida?
Sure, be my guest.
Okay, yeah. Those two will be
I think
back
it's
in just a
reasonable.
moment. It's not going to take long. Nothing's going to happen.
Of course not.
I can smell it from here.
Not gonna need definitely not gonna need a man with a giant greatsword.
You'll be fine.
I don't believe that.
The two of you begin to make your way back with the old woman. She opens the door, motions for the two of you to go in, and this is just to the shop front itself. Do you enter?
Can I please cast something before we do?
What would you like to cast?
I kind of want to cast on Chiron protection from good and evil. I don't trust this lady. I really don't.
Let me just have that spell up so that I can reference it in the future.
Yes. Just in case if it's okay, I just want to make sure.
It is always okay. Okay. Cool.
Then I'll suddenly touch his shoulder, and then a faint palm light would glow and then disappear. Yee.
Perfect. And so I will go ahead and have that up here, but yeah, just if I don't do a certain thing that it says it should do, just
No,
call me
that's
out on it.
fine. Of course.
Um,
I would
but
be scared too.
there we
Well,
go.
I will enter the bakery.
Okay. And as you enter, the lady, closes the door behind you, doesn't lock it, but just closes it behind you. Oh, now, so if he's in the back room, I'd be over here. And she starts making her way back and motions for the two of you to follow. I don't know why you'd want to go back there.
I will follow.
All right.
I'm not sure.
And Seth, things get really dark for you. Like a magical darkness. Your dark vision does not see through it. And then the old woman begins to open the door. And Seth, you start to see light blindingly shine through. Your eyes begin to adjust, and do you look through the door, Seth? You look through? Into the bright light?
You'd be watching it rather closely.
There is nothing there. It is an open door, and you see the shop front. What you guys outside see is you see a back room full of flour, and she rushes in. Oh, my rhubarb! And she goes over to the stove, and in the pan, begins to kind of like hurriedly mix things. I left it going by mistake, and starts to mix things. Out of the two of you, what are both of your passive perceptions?
Mine's a 9.
14.
I'll say 14's enough from this distance. There is nothing in the pan. You hear the sounds of like something simmering, but there's nothing in the pan. But she's acting like there isn't, hurriedly mixing and like trying to stop whatever it is from burning. But you do not see Seth.
Oh, she took the spell magic. She took it.
I'm going to step in and start looking around for Seth.
Okay. You make me an investigation check, and Ulrich, are you wanting to do anything as well?
I will also help look around because I'm genuinely trying to think what I could do. So I will
Looking
help look
around in
around.
the shop front or in that room?
In the room? Because if he's not in the shop front, there's no point in looking.
Makes sense. Go ahead and make me an investigation check as well. Or you could give in Chiron advantage, depending
I
on
already
what
have advantage.
You already have advantage. Never mind. Then you go ahead and roll roll your own.
That is a 13 for me.
Mine's a
13?
16.
16. I mean, you are fairly certain, like 99.9% certain. One, there's no door access from the inside, so the false door on the outside is weird. But also there is no Seth. You start like even peeking behind like bags and start looking around. Something you do see is there are some very, I'll say Ulrich with a 16,
Mm-hmm.
backing toward one of the corners, from about the center of the room back toward one of the corners. And Seth, I'll take a little bit of liberty with description here if you don't mind. You have claws, so this I think makes sense. There are very faint claw marks in the ground, like something backed into the corner. But then, right before they got to the corner, they vanish. Do you want to investigate that?
I feel like Ulrich's expression, at least for me, he's definitely investigated, but like from such neutrality, he's like coldness. It's very like he knows something's wrong now. Kind of there. I would love to investigate further. Why the lords betray me?
I am
How
going to
dare
go
they?
back to the woman and sort of gently look over her shoulder and say, are you certain that there's something that you're making here?
Of course there is. What are you talking about? Miri.
I.
That's an.
Mm.
There's nothing. It seems there's nothing there.
She just kind of looks at you for a moment, looks at the pan, and I suppose that you're right. There is nothing in the pan, is there? And she's gonna set it down, turn off the oven. Oh, silly me, it must be this old age. Well, you have been working so hard. Let me go fetch you something. And she's gonna begin to walk toward the door.
I got a 4 on investigation, sadly. On
A
mention.
4, you said?
Yeah, without interrupting
Okay.
your little just name.
Oh, no, you're not interrupting at all. With a 4, you don't really notice anything else of note. Again, the claw marks end before they reach the corner. I'll say with the other investigation, though, one other detail I'll give you is there's a warmth in the air here. As if there is a figure standing right next to you, but you're not standing next to anyone in the room.
I'm going to
And
insight check the woman because she's
Oh,
acting really
please.
sus.
Plus
No.
indeed. Numbers. Okay, that's what that is.
That's another 23.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Sure it's
rolled
not
a
one
7.
higher?
Yep, I'm certain. It's a 17 plus 6.
She's acting real sus, but like I'll say you tied with her. So what I will give you is like she is acting strange and you know she's acting weird, but like you can't really gauge anything more than what your just gut feeling is telling you.
All right. Well, I'm going to continue looking for Seth then.
And Chiron,
Okay.
Hmm?
come here.
Yes, I will walk to Ulrich.
Okay. So you go
Uh,
to the corner which is opposite the door.
Mhm.
And you go over there and you get the same feeling. You feel like there is something there, and then you see it once the door closes. The door closes. Do either of you have dark vision?
I
I
do.
do. Yeah.
You both do. Awesome. You see, again, there's these dark spots on the walls, floor, ceiling. But of course, dark vision is colorless, just black and white. So you can't
Mhm.
make out the color of it. You see there's a witch's cauldron where the stove was, various jars of things on shelves around the room. And then you see sitting there in the corner is Seth. But he looks different. You look at his body, and then you look at each other and you see similar things. Your limbs are made of cloth. Your clothing sort of stitched onto your body. Any weapons you have made of wood.
Is this the
and
crochet
craft.
lady? Did she
oh,
make an
no.
appearance?
Not quite crochet.
No.
It is cloth and stitch.
She
Crochet
wouldn't
queen
do
is
this
something
to
else.
us.
Would
The
She's
not.
crochet
too
Too
queen is a
nice.
sweet old lady.
It's too nice.
Not
No.
this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is the crochet lady's sister, the hag. I'm gonna say it like that. She's a hag.
I will,
There
I am a little surprised by this, but I will crouch down next to Seth and, Seth, it's me. We're here.
And
'Cause he's
Seth,
out.
you see a doll in the form of Encheiron. The mouth not moving, but words emanating nonetheless.
That's so cool.
And you all note that the door behind you is open, bright light emanating from it, but you can't see what's past it.
uh, let's see.
And,
I kind of wanna. Am I allowed to do an Arcana check at the door? Like, isn't that
You
natural?
definitely can. You can just like stand in front of it, do a quick Arcana. Yeah, go ahead.
E. Why do you fail me?
I
This
will,
game is rigged. Lord.
I'll sit next to Seth and keep talking. We're here. It's all right. I know you haven't known us for long, but I can see that you're not quite well at the moment, and that's okay. I'm just trying to talk to him.
Mhm.
But Ulrich can't do shit. He can't tell what's on the other side of the door, so he will return back to Seth and Chiron.
What was the role you had for the
It
Arcana?
was a nat 1 for a total of
Oh,
4.
oh no, you ain't see shit. It's
Yeah.
too bright. This blinding light is made for you not to be able to know anything about it.
Mariah
So
Carey,
it's
is
hard
that
to
you
see.
during the Christmas hour? Mariah Carey.
Oh,
It was you. The processing unconscious.
Brant would hate y'all so much right now.
Aw.
As for Seth, the little bit you've known him, he's been rather calm, collected, despite being angry. He's simply mumbling to himself something about not again, leave. I don't want this. Similar things as to that. I rolled fucking 2, so
Oh god.
he not great.
So
Well, I think I'm going to stay here and continue to talk to him. I can't say exactly what I'm saying, because basically just trying to give him something to hear.
Seth, go ahead and make me a wisdom save. Camera panning around.
It
How much did you get, Seth?
8.
8? Well, it's not as low as it was. You are still very much not doing well. You are still taken back to a very bad place. But you are hearing the voice of somebody you know talking to you. It is cutting through. And you know who it is. You know this person. They are someone you fought with. Someone recent. But you're still kind of struggling. But you are conscious enough of what's going on. It's not a negative something like before, so I'll give you that.
He will just kind of... How to describe hands is this at the moment, but move one onto and Chiron's like leg or something.
oh.
Oh.
I will reach and put my cloth hand on his shoulder and kind of just squeeze it lightly.
Aw.
Squeak.
I think that's so cute.
Are you telling me that fucking Seth squeaks like a squeaky toy?
That was more of a joke, but sure.
You know what? Fuck it,
Oh,
sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's like just a really light squeak.
He looks like he'd squeak like a squeaky toy. I totally
Yeah,
haven't
let's
already
be
started
honest.
sketching this.
Yeah.
And he's not going to look at you, but he's going to speak. We're not there. He's not here.
No, we're not. We're not in a great place right now, but we're not wherever you're thinking right now.
We're still within the confines of the bakery. Different?
I'm not sure about that either. We're
To be
somewhere.
fair, somewhere.
God, are you gonna speak up?
Back you.
You gotta speak up. I'm sorry.
I'm not there anymore. It's been years I'm not there anymore.
Yes, exactly that.
You're not there.
Yes.
And he'll kind of look at them, look at the door. Fuck.
Do you need a
Why
minute?
did you two come back here?
To
Well,
get
we
you?
came to get you.
We saw
Looks at the
the cloud
door,
lights.
looks at them. The fuck happened to us?
Well, it seems that we're somewhat made of cloth and other such things.
I guess we are like little balls, quote unquote, to be honest.
There's
Strange.
something. There's definitely something odd about that woman, the bakery woman.
I say wrong on several levels. Not just it.
We should try to find our way out of this.
I will, before I stand up, kind of reach over and give Seth kind of like a
A side hug.
sideways hug, little
Aww.
pat on the back, and then I'll get up and start looking for a way to get out of this.
I wish he'd just been standing beside him, Kyron, so he just pats Seth's head. Like light pat with his glove.
Everyone, the water dog.
Awful.
And since it's quite dark and, well, this isn't really allowed, but I trust you not to tell. I'm going to use dancing lights to give us some light around.
Yay! Shimmy, shimmy,
Oh
yay,
my
shimmy,
god, I'm
yay,
so
shimmy, yay.
going to tell on you
Yeah.
and send you to the guard because I'm
Okay.
totally
Oh, it's
not
you can't do that
unaligned
right
with
now.
them.
They're
No, that's
they're indisposed right now.
Yes. That sounds rather fucked up, I will be frank, but
Not because of us. They just collapsed.
yes, they collapsed and they're at the
what?
clinic. Most of our friends collapsed.
Some
Yeah.
the large horse and the new person that we met both are unconscious as well, as well as a
I
lot of the
will.
townsfolk.
Yes, I could make more. They really dropped dead at my performance.
Yes, Ulrich, yes!
Not quite literally, they just. Well, yes, literally, but they're fine. You know what? Let's just handle what we're doing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of looking at him with a little suspicion.
Don't no need to worry. Blood on our hands. We're not like that. Come down to the salty seahorse and get your swiftly deal for a root.
So, I have to ask, do you guys travel through the door?
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
past, I see the light.
So you pass through the blinding light. I'm sorry if this music's louder than the other stuff. You might have to adjust it.
I'm gonna be honest. Can't hear it.
I don't have it playing right
Yeah.
now.
Oh.
About to. I'm giving you a warning. Because this is the music that all of your characters hear in real time, in the background of everything. Those of you that have been unconscious longer, it's been driving you crazy for a minute. Oh, it gets worse.
Oh, I'm scared.
Sapling.
Oh no!
Yeah, here we go. So, as you all step through the door, those three of you that were in the room, this immediately assaults your ears, echoing around the large chamber you're in, and in front of you is an immaculate, large mansion of a dollhouse. And you're currently standing on the plastic front lawn. Consolida, Sapling, you're there too. All of you that were unconscious, the only person currently not there is Merrick.
Is Merrick.
By the way, Sapling, I know you don't have good enough internet where you can't hear it. I'm sorry. Think like the most splinky, carnival clowny music imaginable. And that might not be what this one is, but that's what's up next. This one is... It's a lot of tuba. Which I like tuba.
Sapling?
God.
Where are we?
Oh,
Why do you look like that?
hello.
Zelda, we're not in
Oh.
Kansas anymore.
Oh, there. Wait, where's Merrick?
Merrick's not
Oh,
with us.
Merrick is watching over you. You're unconscious right now.
Yes, yes.
Huh?
We went to the
This music is driving me nuts.
we went to the back room of the bakery to investigate, and now we're here.
Yes, we are. You, God, this is. I never
Whoa,
felt more
look at the
happier.
giant toy house.
I will say,
Where are we?
who fucking knows?
Do I
Merrick
have any
is-
guesses as to where we are?
Oh,
This music is good. Yes, yes.
It's
Do
good.
I have any
bad.
guesses as to where we are?
Me too. Am I still drunk? Or am I, like, unconscious?
You actually feel not drunk.
Okay.
You feel super
Great.
sober.
But yeah, do I need to make a check or anything to see if I have any idea?
You could go ahead and make either Arcana, History. I think those would be the most applicable.
I would
have
love to give
both.
Kyra an advantage.
Okay, well, I've been around for quite some time, so I'll make a history check.
Okay.
It's bad. I got a 6.
Was that
Was
with
it
Damn,
advantage?
rolling shitty.
Oh, with advantage!
Advantage.
No, I didn't get a 6. The first roll was a 2 on the die, so...
Oh boy.
No, I in fact got a 16.
Heck yeah! Okay, with a 16, you start to think back and it's so hard to think with all of this noise. That's why initially you weren't able to think of anything. But then you start to really concentrate, and with the help of Consolida, this feels very, especially with the cauldron that you saw, this feels very like hag-like. Except it's strange. Like, hags tend to like to put people's souls in things to toy with them, but this is taking it a little literal. Yeah.
I have a name for the lady. I wrote it down in fucking no mic.
This seems like something
Oh.
I might do, but different.
Understatement for different.
Val, I have a quick question.
Yes, and then I actually have a
Im-
thing as well. Go ahead.
It might be a dumb question, but I just want to make sure I don't know what the fuck is going on with this world, so I just want to check, is my whole situation as a character, as the way that I am, still just the same?
It is all the same. For all of you, your nature and how you were is the same. Concelida not being drunk because you can't be right now. But something about your current forms is ensuring that you are the way you are. I will note, because this is something, if you were to, for example, see a chair, you would not be able to move said chair, like even though your strength is of that of somebody who could do so. Your strength is scaled for your size, which is small. But for anything that is inherent to your character, whether because of their background or race or class, all of that remains the same.
Hey guys,
Hmm.
you know what? You want to know what this heavily reminds me of right now? We're in a
Wait.
like a high spell. We're in a dollhouse. Want to know what this music gives me?
What?
Cookie Run. All of us have to draw characters as Cookie
no
Run
idea what
characters now.
Oh, where she's gonna
I
be
mean,
a
you
black
wanna know-
cookie.
The inspiration that this came from wasn't that, because I don't know what that is, but it was It Takes Two.
Oh,
If you've ever
Oh!
played or seen that game.
no!
I
love
have.
that game. The clay
Except
and the
for-
dog fucking.
Except for that.
Except for the fact that I think this came about before that game came out. At least I came up with the idea for it, so it was inspiration
Amazing.
afterwards, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going into the house. We're
Going
in a
into
high
the house?
spell. Yeah, we're in the
Yes, I
house.
will also.
Okay. So
gonna
you
follow.
make your way up to the house, and the door opens, and in front of you, you see what looks like Merrick, but made mostly out of wood.
Ooh. Oh.
Merrick, you have no idea how you got there. You were one moment standing over Kincelida, the next moment you were doubled over and you were in a house. Something chased you, and now you're at the door, and you see everyone else in front of you in various states of toyification.
I'm gonna
Wait, does
knock
that
on
mean we
his
have
face.
cartoon?
He doesn't look real.
Wait. Does that mean we have cartoony dogs?
Please don't.
Oh,
What? What?
where are we?
What?
Fits the build. I'm just saying.
It seems that we were in some sort of spell. Do you have any ideas?
You're cutting out a lot, Callie. I can't hear
Oh.
you.
A little bit, yeah.
I was just relaying the information to Merrick.
Mhm. Also, Merrick, of note, you open the door and immediately get assaulted with sounds. There was no music inside the house,
Oh.
but now
Oh,
you're being
no.
assaulted by this.
Just like, can I still do facial expressions, or am I just kind of stuck in like a brooding sort of look?
Take your most brooding expression and amplify it. That is what is stuck on your face.
Oh no!
Oh god, this is
Oh, no.
terrifying.
Oh, this music. Let me in. I'm gonna get into that.
Close the doors.
Do you,
Yes,
do you enter the house?
Yeah.
Yes.
At
Yeah.
that point, music cuts
Ah.
once the door's closed.
No.
Freedom.
Well, that's
Oh.
relief.
Okay. How do we undo this?
Open the door for 1 second.
This feels like Halloween Town.
Alright.
Close it.
I was ready. I have a button. I have a hotkey for this.
I feel like
I will
should
say
look
that the Encheiron toy doesn't really have a mouth. It's just like mustache, just a
Aw.
mustache.
Oh,
And also, in case those of you that do art want to draw art of this, you are not all specifically cloth or whatever. Like, for example, Merrick is mainly wood because he is a tougher character, can take more hits. Your material composition is based on your character. So if we want to be realistic here, in Chiron, you're probably literally made of paper.
Fair enough. I need to redraw this now.
But like,
I don't know what
like you are.
Consolidor would be.
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
I
for
know what she would
example,
be.
Seth,
would be
you are you are fast, you're slippery, you're probably made of some kind of rubber.
Screw you! I had an idea already.
Oh,
I'm not doing it.
No,
What
you
would
do what you
I
want,
be?
but
I
that
don't know what
is yeah.
Consolidor would be.
I feel like I think Ulrich being cloth makes sense. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He is a man
I
of the
can see it.
claw.
He is the man of the cloth. Yeah.
I don't
I don't know what that would be.
Someone help me. Give me ideas for what Consolidor would be, because I've only got one idea and I hate it.
Wait,
No,
Nutcracker.
what
That's the
are
idea.
Nutcracker.
But you know those Christmas angels you put on top of the tree?
Oh my god.
I'm
Oh
fighting you.
my.
I'm fighting you.
It's like that, but slightly darker. You can see wings and a halo stuck on her forehead.
He's just gonna be like, oh my god.
So you all are in the foyer of this dollhouse. It is pretty dark, but all of you can see well enough through either dark vision or lights through windows. And you can see that there is the foyer, there's a hallway, there's a living room, and by next session I will have a map of this place. I just didn't know if we'd get this far this session. So I'll have an actual map of the layout. It's a 2-story building, and it looked like there might have been an attic. There is a few doors off to the side, and then a couple archways that lead into different rooms as well. But as you're all standing there kind of discussing and whatnot and taking note of your appearances, your forms, you hear, "Well there, dearie. Hello. Welcome to my dollhouse. We're going to have so much fun together. But first I want to introduce you to the maestro of this evening. He's, well, he likes to put on a bit of a show.
Oh.
If you could make your way down the hall into the living room."
I'll go to the living room.
I
Okay.
guess I will
I
follow.
no objections. I'm
You will
sticking
go.
beside the horse, though. I will be fair.
Do I have like a toyified weapon?
You
Me
do.
too.
All of your weapons are either wooden or just in the shape of your weapons, or possibly for Merrick. It could either be, I'll leave this up to you, either a wooden version of your weapon or like, what would I call it? Like a piece of metal, like scrap metal, that's just like short enough. It's about the length of your sword. And it's basically, if you were a normal size, it would be like a needle. It would be like a sewing needle, basically. But for you, it's fucking massive.
We'll go with
Take my
that. We'll go
fucking
with that.
wooden toothpick out.
Yeah, all of
Oh,
your weapons are toyified. I will say, for the purposes of combat and everything, run it exactly the same. The original iteration of this that I did, and this answers your question as well, Seth. The original way that I did things was, your actual scores changed. But I scrapped that idea, and we're going with this, which is all of your scores stay the same. If there's combat, you run it the same as if you're not a toy. But in the descriptions and things, I will change things a bit. But you run things exactly the same. For now, although dismemberment's a lot easier now.
Oh,
Because you're made of cloth.
Oh.
I rephrase my statement.
I figured it out.
But yes. So, you all make your way down to the living room, and through the large window in the front, you see an eye poking through. Just a large eye. It's black, except for a yellowed ring in the center, and it just
Ooh.
gazes at you. And as it pulls back, you see a long, crooked, half like cocked to the side kind of nose, grayish skin, and just really thin hair. and stepping back, it looks similar to the woman in the bakery, but twisted and contorted, very sickly looking. And she's just got this big grin on her mouth, and she puts her hand and kind of spreads her cheeks up wider, the flesh contorting like clay, and stretching her grin up and then pulling her jaw down and down, almost to the center of her chest. And just this large grin as she looks at you, her teeth all crooked, some of them broken. And then she holds up her hand, and in her hand is what looks sort of like a nutcracker. The big hat on its head. It's holding a stick in its hand, like you'd see in a drum major of a marching band, up in the air, and she twists and twists and twists a gear, like a little butterfly thing on its back, and then sets it down, and it begins to kind of walk its way toward the house, and one of the doors opens. And then the walls begin to stretch and contort until it's a large maze on the bottom floor.
Oh.
And she looks at you, her mouth closing back, sweet smile coming back. Run.
Ooh.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh.
We're gonna end a little early.
Oh,
That way I can give you guys an actual map,
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah.
begin this section next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This is gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited.
I'm so sorry. I wanted a fucking biscuit.
No, this is
So-
gonna be so fun.
Yeah, we're
So here's the thing. I'm excited, so don't apologize. Here's the thing. I had a few ways this could go on my little planner here. Either one of you would find this place for some reason, or you guys would go off and do something else. This session, I had very little actually planning done for this specifically. It was more so, here are 5 different encounters that they could potentially find. Let's see which one they run into. And it turned out it was this one.
Yay!
How much
Well,
worse could
I'm
it have been?
excited.
What were the other
How much
4?
worse could it have been?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say it's a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being, I don't know. 1 probably would have been like, I don't want to tell you what it is, obviously. I'll say this was probably like a 4.
Is 1 good or 5 good?
Depends on perspective, but 5 is probably the most interesting but hard encounter.
Oh,
So
ha.
yeah,
This will be
this is
fun.
not going to be hard purely because of combat, because you guys still haven't had a long rest. This is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be, there's going to be, I'll just tell you, this might be a multi-session thing. There are going to be puzzles. There are going to be
Ooh.
traps. There's going to be, as I just alluded to, there is a maze and you're running away from something.
I really
There
feel like
might-
I'm
if
heading
I
into
have
it.
time to make it, there might be some custom music I might throw together. We'll see.
Ooh.
There's gonna be some fun stuff. I might see if I can. I'm gonna make a couple maps, but it's gonna be good. But hey, don't we love the music? You know, it's so
Yeah.
it's great. We loved it.
I loved it.
But anyway, that's the end of the session. See y'all later.